The following is a presentation of Saginaw Spirit Hockey. The Spirit are set to take the ice. But first, get all the game day information you need. It's time for Countdown to Face-Off on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey, WSGW.
Three-game homestand to round out the first half of the schedule for the Saginaw Spirit, and an important time to bank points. The opponent tonight, difficult as they come. The Kitchener Rangers from the Midwest Division sit second in the Western Conference. Saginaw looking to snap a season-high four-game losing skid. Hi, everybody. We're excited to welcome you inside the Dow Event Center, up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. My name's Dylan Clark. Some exciting hockey action for you here from Saginaw on this Saturday night. The Rangers in the bit of a losing skid as well. An overtime loss to Sault Ste. Marie 2 games ago, and then a 4-1 loss last night just down I-75 against the Flint Firebirds. But take a look at our numbers between these two hockey teams. The Rangers, some more points in the bank. 18 victories on the season. They lead their division. They sit second in the conference with 39 points on the season, and a wall of NHL drafted prospects. But one name stands out maybe a little bit more than the rest. It is their captain, and it is the first-round pick of the Nashville Predators defenseman Cameron Reid. He will not be in action. Did not play last night against Flint. He's with Team Canada at World Junior Camp in Niagara Falls as they prepare for this year's World Junior Championships. But still, lots of names on the Saginaw side of things to keep an eye on. And still for the Spirit, no Hayden Bartz as he finishes up the second of a 2-game suspension. No Dima Zhilkin, second of a 3-game suspension. Both of those picked up last weekend against the Brampton Steelheads. And the Spirit looking to get back in the win column after their fourth consecutive loss, 5-3, last night to the London Knights. And the Rangers, already 2 wins against Saginaw on the year, and one player in particular has enjoyed playing against the Spirit on the Rangers side of things a little bit more than all the rest, and that's Tanner Lamb. 5 points in just 2 games against Saginaw, had a 2-assist performance and then a goal and 2-assist performance in the 2 games that these two teams have played so far. He's also got 5 points in his last 5 hockey games. 4th on the team in points with 27 on the season. Second-round pick by the Rangers in 2023. Tanner Lamb going to start things out here for the Kitchener Rangers. On the Saginaw side of things, Brody Popoy, his name was not on the roster at the beginning of the season. The free agent signing out of camp has really stepped up his game in the last 5 contests. 3 goals and 2 assists for 5 points in those games. A goal last night to tie things up at 3 in the third period. Snapped an 11-game scoring drought. Hasn't looked back. Brody Popoy, 9 points on the year. He has been part of the most productive line for the Spirit with Carson Harmer and Jacob Kluche, at least over the last handful of hockey games. We'll take a quick break. Spirit head coach Chris Lazary sat down with us a little bit earlier in the evening to talk about the task ahead of themselves. It is a Kitchener Ranger team that needs no introduction, and Saginaw looking to bounce back and get back in the win column. It's Coach's Corner with Chris Lazary coming up after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber is your local Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer. Family owned, locally trusted. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at your local Jeep and Ram dealer. Garber, Bay Road, Saginaw. Online 24/7 at GarberCDJR.com.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about, questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Scott Seaman to create your personal price plan today.
So, we're finally ready to plan for retirement, but who do we trust?
Our friends at TriStar Trust. They've been here for 25 years right here in our community, and they'll be here for the next 25.
That's the kind of team I want in my corner.
TriStar Trust helps you plan your retirement, manage your investments, and build the future you've been dreaming of. Because when it comes to your goals, it's your time to shine. Visit TriStarTrust.com.
Now, get inside analysis directly from the Spirit coaching staff. This is Coach's Corner.
Coach's Corner is the Spirit back home to take on the Kitchener Rangers on this Saturday night, joined once again by Spirit head coach Chris Lasry. Coach, going back to last night against London, the turnover leading to the empty net goal. How do you turn that into a teaching moment for a young defenseman?
Yeah, I'll stay in the room. Like, I'm not going to – they're trying to make a play in a moment. They have puck hops on them, and then there's indecision. Like, it's not – there's no teaching moment there. It's just an unfortunate mishandle where 14 might have thought he was dropping it. Maybe not. But it's hockey, man.
And for Brody Popoy, another goal in that game, maybe the best of his career so far. The aggression off the charts in that game, is it maybe getting to a point where Popoy might be even better? There might be more potential than where you thought when you signed him as a free agent?
No, we saw this all the time. It just takes guys, like he has an identity to him, possession, manipulating, almost a Mango-like type player for us, and it takes time to get that guys out now, but 30 games in, halfway through the years, we see players kind of settle in, and it's been arguably our best player here down the stretch in a handful of games, just in all three zones. We need him to continue to do that.
Xander Valeris finds the score sheet a couple times in last night's game. Where do you see the offensive progression from him? Is there more to come here in the second half of the season from Valeris offensively?
Well, yeah, like he used to be a forward growing up, so he's got that natural instinct, but he skates well, he handles pucks, he's got a great shot. It's really just using those tools in the offensive zone, like and taking opportunities when you have time and space and not forcing things, but he did a good job last night. I think it was one of his better games, and we need guys like him to step up in the stretch and continue to play that type of hockey for us.
No Cameron Reed on the Rangers side of things here tonight. He's at World Juniors. Just how big of a difference does that make when you take a look at their blue line and don't see 18 in the lineup for them?
Yeah, we got no 71. Everyone's missing good players at this time of the year. Like, I'm not looking at their roster at all. I could care less. I'm looking at our team, how we play, how we want to play, and the things we need to do to try to beat their hockey club.
And lastly, you've talked about guys that kind of grab the team and drag them into the fight. Is there anybody at the top of your list tonight who's going to drag the team into the fight in this game?
Yeah, everybody. It's a team effort. Like, I expect everybody here, we're at home, big stretch, almost holiday time, like desperate team for a win. I expect everybody to grab themselves and pull them into the fight. If you have to look for somebody else to do that for you based on where we are right now, then you probably shouldn't be here.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
That's Chris Lasry, Saginaw, closing out the weekend with the Kitchener Rangers here at home. Back after this on your own for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. Access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors. And access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
Find space at Frankenmuth Spring Hill Suites, where you can savor your time away with the little extras that are included. Each studio suite features extra room to spread out when on the road with your family or your team. Airy beds are piled high with pillows for that little bit of extra comfort. And an innovative 3-in-1 trundle sofa provides even more sleeping options. Book your next stay at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, where every room is more than a room.
We're Durolast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Durolast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Durolast, the world's best roof.
From making athletic footwear stronger and lighter to powering the future of electric racing vehicles, material science and R&D are the MVPs of innovation. At Dow, we collaborate with customers and partners to tackle a wide range of sports product challenges with cutting-edge advancements in technology. Dow's innovations can help to improve performance and sustainability throughout the world of sports. Dow, at the intersection of sports and science.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Drop the puck. We'll take a look at our starting lineups for tonight's game. Brought to you by Saginaw Valley State University, your community-engaged university here in the Great Lakes Bay region. For the Rangers, they've got 2 wins in this season series already. They'll be without their captain, Cameron Reed. Cameron Arquette on the left wing, Luca Romano, New York Islanders third-rounder at center. Tanner Lamb, 5 points in 2 games against the Spirit so far on the season. He starts out on the right side. Alexander Bilecki, Jakub Kromiak on the back end. Jason Schabel will get the start between the pipes for UC Ahokas. On the Saginaw side of things, Chris Lasry goes with maybe the busiest line, at least over the last handful of games. Brody Popoy, Carson Harmer, and Jacob Klutze, 7th-round pick of the Winnipeg Jets this past summer. Josh Glavin and James Go on the back end. Typically, Glavin paired with Hayden Barch. Barch closes out the suspension tonight. It'll be Stepan Shurigan between the pipes again. Your starting lineups brought to you by Saginaw Valley State University. One more on the weekend here for Saginaw. Just 3 more before they go into the holiday break. We're back with Puck Drop after this here in your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Disability Network Mid-Michigan promotes and encourages independence for all people with disabilities. Our vision is to create accessible and inclusive communities where everyone has opportunities to live the life they choose. Whether you're looking for a job, skills to become self-sufficient, trying to find the right assistive technology, or know someone who wants to move out of a nursing facility, we are here for you. Contact Disability Network Mid-Michigan today. The disability experts in your community.
Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Caro, Croswell, and Seaboing factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant-making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland. Spirit Hockey
Harmer holds it out wide. Centers. Klutze scores!
lives
Looking for the stretch pass to Zilkin. It'll pop off the wall and lay down for him. Zilkin scores!
here.
Picked up by Harmer. In with speed. Carson Harmer shoots. He scores! Carson Harmer!
The radio home of your Saginaw Spirit is WSGW 100.5 FM. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Stormmaster Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Jets Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. Now it's game time. Live from the rink to your radio. Here is the first period play-by-play with the voice of Saginaw Spirit Hockey, Dylan Clark.
Sometimes what they're doing, they're not totally intense. They're not, even though this is not a pro league, it's a pro-like atmosphere. You have to be ready to go every shift, and you got to be prepared mentally and physically. The coaches look after the physical part in practice and stuff, and somewhat the mental part, but that goes to the individual players. When he's sitting on the bench, he's got to be prepared for every situation that might arise.
Well, we've seen all kinds of situations here over the last handful of games. Been some close calls for the Spirit, but not able to get back in the win column. See if they can change that here tonight. We'll turn you over to our public address announcer and national anthems before we drop the puck here on Saturday night.
National anthems. Joining them on the Wildfire Activation platform is our vet of the game, Matt Scrocky.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Sharon Norman with the national anthems here inside the Dow Event Center ahead of Saginaw and Kitchener. 92nd meeting all time between these two hockey clubs. We'll take a look at the starting goaltenders for tonight's matchup. Brought to you by NetSource One, the official technology provider of the Saginaw Spirit. Christian Kirsch is on the verge of participating in the World Junior Hockey Championships with Switzerland. He is not in action. It is Jason Schabel's net here tonight. Stopped 17 of 21 in Guelph back on December the 7th. That was his last appearance. 6 victories on the year. 4 of them have come on the road. So enjoys being away from the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium. 2.82 goals against average. .901 the save percentage. Had 10 victories last year when he backed up Jackson Parsons. On the Saginaw side of things, for the 27th time, Stepan Shurigan, OHL leader in minutes over 1,500. OHL leader in saves over 730. 3.71 goals against average, .888 on the save percentage. He made 19 saves last night in London against the Knights. Your officials tonight brought to you by WNEM TV5. Hillary Brennan, James Kraft, the referees, Jordan Herderbees, and Justin Cornell will work the lines. Saginaw on home ice, 4-6-1-2. This is game 31 out of 68. they sit outside the playoffs for the first time in what feels like a long time. A 4-game losing skid, the longest for the Spirit since they lost 8 in a row 2 seasons ago. They look to turn the tides, get back in the win column before the guys go home for the holiday break, and they start out with the line perhaps most apt to do it. Brody Papoy on the left side with Carson Harmer at center, Jacob Kluche on the right wing. James Goh and Josh Glavin on the back end. The Spirit without Hayden Bartz or Dima Shilkin as they finish up or proceed through suspensions of different lengths. The biggest name out of the lineup for the Kitchener Rangers, no Cameron Reed. They're without Luke Ellis, Hayden Ellis, and Matthias Stark as well. It'll be Romano against Carson Harmer here on Superhero Night inside the Dow Event Center. Our Delta College opening faceoff has us underway. And this puck is picked up by Saginaw's Kluche into the offensive zone for Brody Papoy. Cuts to the middle, into the circle, gets a shot off, pinballs around, and Carson Harmer nearly sneaking backdoor for a loose puck opportunity. Back into the neutral zone, Jacob Kluche will turn things back in from inside the Ranger blue line. And quickly, Kluche is back to the Spirit bench. Puck up into the air at the center red line. Luca Romano chases things down back in the offensive zone here for the Kitchener Rangers. Looking to snap a 2-game skid. 4-1 last night in Flint, an overtime loss to the Sioux Greyhounds a couple of nights before that. This is Brody Papoy at center, fired it back in, and the rest of the Spirit will finish off their line change. This is Barabanov into the corner. Saginaw's leading scorer, Nikita Klepov, 37 points back in front for Barabanov. A shot gets blocked. Rebound comes back out to Xander Valera. Shovels one to the net and just wide on the glove-hand side of Jason Schaubel. Off of Klepov and into the bench. 59 seconds gone here in this first period.
Spirited start, so to speak.
Good end-to-end action.
Yeah, it is. Lots of energy right now. I like it.
And again, on the Spirit side of things haven't been going right for the last handful of games. Rangers have had their number as well. A 3-1 victory in this building for Kitchener back on October the 11th. 5-2. They beat the Spirit on November the 7th at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium. Offensive zone face-off for the overage of Sebastian Gervais. Goes against Christian Humphreys, who had the lone goal for the Rangers in Flint last night. This puck back out at center. Levi Harper to Valeris. Some shuffling of the defensive pairing. Saginaw going with 11 forward, 6 defensemen. Here comes Barabanov. High slot, kicks it over. Valeris sweeps one through the goal mouth. That's off of the back of Sebastian Gervais' skates, and Humphreys will turn this one up to the air. Glove down by Barabanov. Has some room, not a lot of speed. Cut off by Jacob Zhu. This is Humphreys leading the counterattack. Has a lane on Klepov, and a shot fought off by Shurigan, his first of the game. Dancing puck ends up on the far boards in the Spirit end. Gervais off the shoulder of Pridham. Nikita Klepov knocked away by Anstis. This on the near sideboards again. Carson Campbell back around. Klepov forced off and tangled up with Andrew Vermeulen. A shot into traffic, tipped in, they score. Some puck luck on a long point shot. Jacob Zhu let it go. The Rangers will celebrate less than 2 minutes into the contest. Kitchener up 1-0. Jack Pridham, 15th goal of the season. Gets things started early here in this game. Seemed like a harmless shot from Jacob Zhu just inside the blue line. Pridham had the stick in the lane. And it changes directions pretty aggressively on Stepan Shurigan. 2 of the 4 goals he was in net against last night in London as the Spirit are offside here. 18:05 to go in the first. 2 of the pucks that got past him last night at Canada Life Place came off of deflections. So a little bit more of the same here to start out this game for Saginaw's number 1 netminder. Jensen Geldart against Andrew Vermeulen here for this neutral zone faceoff. Off the tie-up, it comes back into the Rangers' end. Blake Barnes steps up on the hit. Jensen Geldart on this. Back in for the 8th game of his OHL career. A little fumble back in the Spirit end. He and Graydon Jones have to work their way out of a jam. McNeil wraps up Liam Storts. Nick Sema after this one. Pokes that puck away from Max DiRiccolo. Puck spills back out into the right wing circle, and Storts is on McNeil. There's Jensen Geldart. Slow to get back up is Andrew Vermeulen. Blake Barnes holds on the backhand, moves it rink wide for Jones. Left point shot tipped on its way through by Storch and out the other side. Geldart back underneath for Nick Sema. Forced into the wall by McNeil. It's back behind the Ranger cage again. Sema there with Jones. Keeping the puck alive, trying to dish that one off, but Sema wasn't exactly where Jones anticipated, so the puck back out at center. Barnes for Storch. Too far ahead is Sema. He reels this puck in. 2 Rangers on him. It's just turned back in behind the Kitchener net. Caden Schneider on it there. James Go just pushes it towards the net. It's intercepted by Max Diricolo. Outlet pass too far behind Evan Hedrick. So in it drifts. Down for an icing. 16:57 here in this first period. An offensive zone faceoff upcoming here for Saginaw. The Papoy line comes back out again. Carson Harmer won 5 out of his first 6 faceoffs in the first period last night against the London Knights. Ended up 8 of 18 on the evening. And he was Saginaw's best faceoff guy in the first 20 minutes of that hockey game. James Go keeps this one in from the right point. Papoy pursued there. One-handed by James Go. Rangers have things back in their own end. And the forechecking of Carson Harmer to deal with right now. Puck off the boards. Glavin stumbling. Evan Hedrick's all over him. Glavin tries to cut him off. Gets a stick on the puck. Arms of the officials will stay down. Puck out to center. Balecki nearly stolen here by Harmer. Jakob Chromiak races over. That could have been a hairy situation for the Rangers. Chromiak comes over and reads it perfectly. James Go. Pocket picked by Jack LaBrache. He's in with a step. Trying to drop it off. It's into the skates to Go. Loose puck right in front of Shurigan. Josh Glavin taps that for Jacob Kluche. Pumps the brakes at the red line. Fires it in. Line change for Saginaw. Just about 4 minutes gone here in this first period from the Dow Event Center. Jack Pridham from Jacob Zhu and Carson Campbell. The only goal on the board right now. Patiently, they'll stride out from behind the Kitchener net. Chromiak over to Romano. Off the boards, back in behind Shurigan. Xander Valeris is there. Goal and an assist last night in London against the Knights. Here's a chance in front. That one steered just wide by Lamb. Off the boards, picked up. From skate to stick, Sebastian Gervais looking for Trevor Thoyer off the wall. Rolling puck. Here's a chance, 2-on-1. Thoyer in front, looking to go to Gervais. Tied up at the last second, off the stick of Alexander Balecki. Levi Harper puts it back down low. Chromiak spins off Gervais. Thoyer reels it in. Back up to the right point. Glavin for Harper. Rangers all over him. They'll take that puck away, but chasing it down, Uri Rauja. Saginaw's 3rd round pick in this year's import draft. Rauja deals there with Chromiak. Ano there. 2 against 2. Finally, the puck pulled out in a sharp angle try by Gervais. Trying to catch Schaubel sleeping. Goes off the left pad of the goaltender and back out to center ice. Off the body of Lamb. Just inside off the turnover. Lamb's got it. Lowers the shoulder. Tries to take it to the net on the backhand. And a save by Shurigan. Rebound shoveled wide on the second opportunity from Cameron Arquette. Rangers still go to work here. Humphreys spins it back underneath. Zhu taps it back down. It's into the corner. Lamb with Josh Glavin. This one pulled out. Humphreys, here's a chance. Campbell, right circle, takes a shot. Stopped by Shurigan. And it is against the blocker and the chest protector. Hangs on for a save. 14:35 to go in this first period. It took a little bit, maybe a little bit more open up.
Yeah, that right there, we're fortunate that the kid shot the puck when he did because he was in a perfect position to make a play. And there wasn't many Saginaw people around, so got to tighten up a little bit defensively.
Christian Humphreys stays out for the face-off here against Saginaw's Igor Barabanov. 1 to Jones and spun back to James Go. Jacob Zhu will take over here. No luck for the Spirit to get into the offensive zone with possession. Off the right skate of Humphreys. Kick back in behind Shurigan. No icing. Jones is there. Fights off some contact. Barabanov can't get this puck up ice either. Braden Jones to Barabanov. Flipped out to center. Saginaw's 2nd leading scorer, Igor Barabanov, 36 points on the year. Gotten his name back into the NHL draft conversation as a B-ranked prospect here in his 3rd season of eligibility. Puck back in the left wing corner. Rangers pull it out again. Campbell, a little fumble at the blue line. So he's back out to center. Up onto the skate and then the stick of Anstis. And in between the skates of Nick Sema. James Go back over for Graydon Jones. Stretch pass, tapped in by Sema. He heads back to the Spirit bench. Klepov leads the forecheck and gets a stick in against Andrew McNeil, 6th rounder to the Montreal Canadiens. Just inside the offensive blue line. Papoy can't keep that alive. This is Levi Harper. Knocked out of the air, backhanded in by Weston Cameron. Had a 3-game goal streak snapped last night in Flint. Jacob Kluche is going to clear this puck out and down for the Spirit. And it picks up another icing here. 13-13 left in this first period. Not a ton in the way of shots. One puck is found in the back of the net, and it's off the stick of Jack Pridham. Rangers are up 1-0. Back after this here in your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Get it all at Garber Chevrolet Saginaw. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall experience. Our expert technicians are factory trained to the highest standards, keeping your vehicle in top condition. And we have everything for your automotive needs, even tires. Get to Garber Chevy Saginaw today and see how you get it all at Garber, Gratiot Road, Saginaw. Online, GarberChevroletSaginaw.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
This is Josh Glavin, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Welcome back inside the Dow Event Center. It's a 1-0 lead for the Kitchener Rangers. 13-13 left in this first period. The deflection goal comes off the stick of Jack Pridham. Rangers in the driver's seat early. No Cameron Reed as he's at World Junior Camp. A couple of familiar names on the Saginaw side of things join him as well. Zane Parek in Niagara Falls with Team Canada. Michael Misa will join soon as he continues to rehab an injury in San Jose, but he'll be there. Brody Papoy can't get this puck out. McNeil puts it back down low. Rangers go back to work. This is Weston Cameron. Carson Harmer chases that loose puck down. Stick got stuck on the boards. Nearly a costly turnover. Here is a chance for McNeil. Fires it into the corner. Levi Harper on it for Saginaw. Leading rookie blue liners in scoring this year. Up to Jacob Kluche. Cross-ice pass too far ahead of Brody Papoy. It'll roll back in and end up as a cover for Jason Schaubel. And a little bit more afterwards. Haven't seen too much disagreement here in this hockey game.
No, not yet. It's early.
It is early. It is early, and there's quite the history. Again, we mentioned it off the top of the show. 92nd meeting all time between these two hockey teams. Saginaw 22-20-3 against the Rangers here from the Dow Event Center, but it's been pretty split right down the middle. 5 wins out of their last 10. Barabanov against Vermeulen here in the offensive zone faceoff for Saginaw. Clean win back. Braden Jones, a little miscommunication there with Blake Barnes as far as who's going to pick that puck up. This one stolen here by Weston Cameron. A shot fought off by the chest protector of Stepan Shurigan. Ends up back and behind his goal. Braden Jones on things for Saginaw. Laid up to Gervais. Down the left side. Can he get around Chromiak? Andrew McNeil back as well. Klepov into the forecheck to help out. Gervais comes away with it. Quickly knocked off his stick by McNeil. 2 against 2 again in the near corner. Klepov works it out. Steps to the middle. Drops it back. Barabanov up high. Shifting inside. Dropping it back. Klepov again. One more shift. No more puck. This one nearly kept alive. It is kept alive by Klepov. Barabanov takes a check and throws it back in. Saginaw in need of a line change. Maybe a gift here for Gervais. They go back to work. Out of the pile. Glavin. Point shot off a Ranger. Rebounded James Go in the circle. Back for Igor Barabanov. Top of the circle. Shot goes off some more bodies. Evan Hendrick tumbled down in front. This is Jack LaBrash back in the Rangers' end. Chromiak back up, and again, this one turned back in. Chromiak just inside the Ranger line. McNeil off the high glass. Back into the Spirit end. Down for an icing. 11:25 here in this first period. Shots on goal brought to you by Frankenmuth Insurance and Saginaw Bay Underraters. 5-3 in favor of the visitors. Stepan Shurigan, again, the busiest guy in the OHL. Over 700 saves coming into tonight's contest. Not overly busy last night in London. Seam against Hedrick for this offensive zone faceoff for the Spirit. McNeil floats that one off the board. It's back out at center. Levi Harper. Big time hit. It's Seema. Gets up on Hedrick. Spirit come back in with Geldart. Storch heads for the net. Geldart takes a shot. That goes off a Ranger skate. Back up the near side. This is Valeris. Back underneath Storch again. Has LaBrasse all over him. No more puck for Storch. Jensen Geldart's turn to throw the body around. Levi Harper has to contend with Evan Hedrick here. And a loose puck picked up by Campbell. Good read there by Seema. Storch taps it back to him. Seema down the wing. Cuts inside. Takes his shot. And a save made by Jason Schaubel, who hangs on. 10:49 to go. He'll shake the mask off a little bit. Stays a 1-0 game. But a good shift by Nick Sema. Biggest jump we've seen on the Saginaw side of things so far in this game. Lays the hit at open ice. Gets a shot off down to our left a couple of seconds after.
I think this team needs Sema to be going strong. He's kind of, in my estimation, one of the leaders. And if he's going, he doesn't have to be scoring, but he's got to be going, hitting, and making things happen out there.
We'll drop this face-off again here in the Rangers' end. In the Spirit Hockey Club, you said it, Dennis, does seem to go the way that Nick Sema goes. 15 points in 28 games on the season. But an extra jump in the step here as we get further into the first period. Saginaw down 1-0. Brody Papoy to take the face-off. Off some sticks, back to Josh Glavin. Papoy tries to tag it down. Campbell. Now back up the near side. This is Lamb. Through the check of Harmer and onto the paddle of Stepan Shurigan. Another cover. Another face-off here. 10.5 in the first period. Face-off back in Stepan Shurigan's neck of the woods. Rangers have surged up to second in the OHL's Western Conference. Now the Sioux Greyhounds and the Flint Firebirds do have, or the Windsor Spitfires rather, do have more points than the Kitchener Rangers, but as the Midwest Division leaders right now, that second place slot is theirs. Rangers season powered a lot by a late October stretch. They went 7 unbeaten, 6-0-1. This one picked up by Josh Glavin. Saginaw defenseman leads the charge, kicks it out wide for Papoy. Thrown back in front while falling. Nearly a chance there for Kluche. Jousting in the corner. Campbell nearly knocked off the puck by Papoy. This is Tanner Lamb instead for Kitchener. Down the right wing, stops up in front of James Go. Romano has a lane, tries to curl around Harmer. No more puck for him. Papoy gets it back out to center. Campbell on it for the Rangers. D-to-D, little fumble. Kluche, pocket pick on Zhu. Has a chance at the hash marks. No speed to work with, though. Kluche finds the late man Valeris. One more drop back for James Go. That misfired. They're back out to center. Sebastian Gervais waves it in off the near boards and takes a hit from Romano. Jacob Zhu back in behind the Ranger goal. Let the shot go. That was tipped in for Jack Pridham's lone tally in this hockey game. Pridham back and forth with Campbell. Good stick lift there by Trevor Thoyer. That sends Saginaw the other way. No more puck, though, as Humphreys closes off Trevor Thoyer. Jakub Kromiak back in behind the Ranger net again. Campbell directs some traffic. Gervais chases him out from behind the Ranger cage. Swept out wide. Humphreys down the wing. Poked out again. A couple of good active sticks here from Trevor Thoyer. That'll send Uri Rauja down the other way. Into the corner. Rauja in front looking for Harper. Put back there by Thoyer. Loose puck there off the scramble. Thoyer doing what he can to get it back. Rauja in the hunt as well. This is Kromiak here for Kitchener. Then Humphreys. Off the boards out to center ice. Levi Harper. They'll start all over again. That pass back in. Misfired. Icing's been waved off. Saginaw completes the line change. Kromiak spins away from Rauja. That puck dropped back off. Avery Anstis nearly miscalculated. Humphreys, a good break here into the zone, surrounded by Spirit jerseys. Has a lane, bring it off the pipe. Rebound gets on through. Shurigan got a piece. Jack Pridham on the backhand. Second of the game, 2-0 Rangers. Well, a broken play. Saginaw looked like they were going to find their way into the offensive zone. That shot sneaks through Shurigan off the goalpost. Nearly gets back across with the paddle.
Yep.
And a little puck watching. Jack Pridham, nothing fancy. Just right off the backhand and in. Another helper for Christian Humphreys on that goal. It was the Rangers in the driver's seat early here. This puck just held inside the Saginaw line. Cross-ice pass. Rolls back up to the point. Nick Sema jams it back out off the boards. Here's a chance for Jensen Geldart with Klepov break into the net. Geldart's in, takes a shot.
He scores!
Jensen Geldart, first in the Ontario Hockey League. Couldn't have come at a better time. It's 2-1. Back into the lineup, on the board for the first time. Geldart responds just seconds later. Nothing too fancy. Cut back through the triangle, off the crossbar and in. That is a goal scorer's goal for Saginaw's fourth-round pick in 2025. He might catch some flack for looking off a guy like Nikita Klepov in that situation typically, but I think you find the back of the net, it's a little bit hard to complain about that. Saginaw's beer line, Trombley Electric light the lamp goal off the stick of Jensen Geldart. Jones sandwiched, loose puck, picked up by Harmer. Here come the Spirit again. Jacob Kluche takes a hit and a penalty coming as the leg came out from Max Diricolo. 8:03 to go in the first. And there's some energy in this building all of a sudden. Things tipping in a positive direction. Jacob Kluche no worse for wear. And the tripping call upcoming. It'll send Saginaw to their first IBEW Local 557 power play here in this game. And again, no Dimas Jilkin, who would typically be maybe the best option, or one of the best options here on this Saginaw man advantage. Diricolo on the trip. Face-off is won, but it's back out past Levi Harper. Out with Kluche, Barabanov, Gervais and Klepov here on the power play for the Spirit. Back in, Kluche to Klepov. Dropped it back for Levi Harper. Down into the corner. Jacob Kluche, pressured by Chromiak. Rangers very heavily pressuring here in the PK. Harper can't keep this puck alive. Just out to the neutral zone for Barabanov. Slipped on through. Kluche drops it back. Barabanov fires to the corner. That's Klepov's. Harper off the wall, faked the shot. Moved it to Barabanov. Into the circle. Works it back now. Harper over. One-time pass. Klepov scores! Tie game off some brilliant puck work. The Spirit power play gets it done. Tied at 2. Team leading 17th of the season. All of a sudden, things are back to a clean slate. Klepov right off the face-off dot. Schabel committed, down, unable to make that stop.
Great shot.
Didn't take long. The Spirit make the most of their opportunities. 13th best power play in the OHL coming into tonight's contest. So a good shot in the arm, a good boost of confidence. As now Liam Storch chases a loose puck down and backhands it off the outside of the cage. Back into the corner for Sema. Wraps it up to the left point. Josh Glavin turns it in on the backhand. This is Sema up to the hash marks. Sweeps it in front. Deflected on its way by Jensen Geldart. Goes wide. Here's Storch out of the corner. In front for Glavin. The shovel shot. That one kicked out by Schabel. James Go back in his own end. Off the boards, back and behind Stepan Shugan. It's already looking like a very different Spirit team than the one that started the game. Lamb would like to slap that back down, though. Turned over. Geldart puts it back ahead, looking for Storch. That one knocked down at center, and McNeil will fire it back in before taking the shoulder from Nick Sema. Back up to the near side. This is Nick Sema. Harper and Barabanov pick up the assist on the Klepov power play goal. This puck fired back up the far side boards as both teams get fresh bodies on. Poked at by Levi Harper. There's Carson Harmer now. Into the zone, poked away. Back pressure from Pridham. Takes over. Sweeps back in the Rangers' end. Up into the offensive zone with speed. Trying to drag through. And we got a penalty upcoming here. Arm of the officials up. A hooking call. 6 left here in this first period. And not so long after the Spirit go back even on a power play goal. Carson Harmon's going to take a penalty of his own. It'll be a hooking call. Saginaw to the first Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill here in this game, and an area where they struggled. 19th in the OHL this year, 73.5%. Ranger power play middle of the pack at 22. Romano out to take this face off against Gervais. Puck ends up in the corner. Nobody comes away with it after a board battle. Now it's Chromiak. Looked up to the left point. Alexander Bilecki. Now Humphreys again. Cross ice. Off the boards. Chromiak. Pressure from Sema. Back at the point. Bilecki finds Humphreys again. Watched by Gervais. Balecki over, cut off by Sema. Might be a shorthanded chance as Humphreys races back. Sema's in, gets tripped up. Play comes back the other direction. Here comes Chromiak. Down the right wing against Glavin. Tapped it off the boards. Balecki nearly stolen by Sema. Gets flattened in a glove save made by Shurigan. What a sequence there.
Good play, good save.
Well, Rosie, I think you called it a couple of minutes ago. Nick Sema setting the tone here in this first period for Saginaw. Gets the assist on the Geldart goal. He's throwing the body around. Has the shorthanded opportunity. Comes back and throws another hit. He's back looking to catch his breath now on the Spirit bench. And Stepan Shurigan over to make the stop. 1:20 left on the Carson Harmer penalty. Humphreys holds at the right point. Graydon Jones is without a stick. Well, there it goes. Made a play anyway. Jakub Chromiak down to the corner. Gets it back in the circle. Balecki. Chromiak again. Balecki one more time. You guessed it. Chromiak. Walks down low. Cut off by Xander Valeris. Puts Romano into the boards. And a hand pass called here. 4:54 left in this first period. 55 seconds left in the Carson Harmer minor penalty. Rangers went 1 for 4 on the power play last night in Flint. Would like to get back in the column. 23 power play goals on the season. Second unit out now. Lamb, Cameron, Campbell, Jack Pridham, and Cameron Arquette. Pridham's got the hot stick in this hockey game. 2 goals already. Cross ice pass. Strolling down the wing, Cameron Arquette. Knocked off the puck by James Go. Thrown back in front, Weston Cameron. This goes back up to the left point. Nicely held. Campbell, near side. Now this is Lamb into the circle. Lots of room and a save made by Shurigan. As you can see, Lamb wanted to go upstairs over that blocker side as he shimmied his way closer to the net. 4:31 left in the period. Stepan Shurigan able to see it all the way through and make the stop, and a save comes up in the defensive zone. Lamb against Gervais here. Slowly, Saginaw trying to make their way through this penalty kill. Lamb's going to get tossed from the draw here. Cameron Arquette's turn. As finally Saginaw works it back. James Go does get it out. Glove down by Campbell, back over. This is Pridham again. Weaves in through center, drops it off. Carson Campbell floats that off the boards, chases it down himself. Can James Go get there first? 3 against 2. Spirit have the number advantage in the corner. Now back up high. Arquette gives it back. Pridham walks in front. The return to Arquette. Heads down low, and a save made by Shurigan. He meant to make the second one, did not see the first. Stopped them both, and now maybe some helmets are in jeopardy in front of Stepan Shurigan's goal crease. 2 seconds left in the Harmer penalty. Good return on that feed there. Jack Pridham trying to go back across to Cameron Arquette.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Just not able to finish it.
Nick Sema back out here to take this face-off with Kluche. You anticipate Harmer will likely rejoin and stay on the ice here for this shift. Spirit got to survive the next 2 seconds here of this penalty kill. Evan Hedrick on the draw. Sema tied up. Back up high. Zoo the shot. That one didn't miss by much. Harmer's out of the box. Spirit have survived. Down into the corner they go. Zoo, a lot of room. Sliding block there by Kluche. Knocked off the puck. Labrache put it back down into the corner. This is Xander Valeris hit by Lachar. Levi Harper takes a check of his own. Nick Sema. Labrache had him lined up. Closes him off. Spirit get the puck in deep. Kluche acting as pest. That one swatted away by Brody Papoy. Harmer gave it right back to him. Papoy in the corner. Tied up by Labrache. Campbell flipped it up the board. Saginaw's Jones takes a check. Harmer for Kluche. Poked away. He's got a backtrack here. As Evan Hedrick tries to pick his pocket. Kluche back to the safety of his own end. Stretch pass up for Papoy. Joined by Harmer. Papoy lost the puck. Jacob Zhu back in behind the Ranger goal. Strides back up the near side. The pass for Pridham goes over his stick and down for an icing. 3:03 left in this first period. Couple of power play opportunities. Nikita Klepov tied the game up on the man advantage for the Spirit. We sit at 2-2. back to Saginaw after this. You're on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
If you're a homeowner, you have plenty to think about, like cleaning the gutters, investigating that banging noise, deciding which flowers to plant this year. One thing about being a homeowner you can think less about, questions about home insurance when you have State Farm. Your local State Farm agent is there to help you understand your coverage options and choose the protection that meets your needs, so you can focus on your home, and we'll focus on helping protect it.
Contact State Farm agent Ryan Coe to create your personal price plan today.
Soar with us. Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, 2-2 here in the first period. Tyler Mirovich and Garrett Ross, couple of Spirit alums in the building right now. Tyler's Pittsburgh Predators U14 AAA program against Garrett's Victory Honda U14s on this playing surface earlier in the day. Victory for the Pittsburgh Predators. Detroit CompuWare also involved in a handful of games on this afternoon. Good to see Mirovich and Ross back here in the building where the hockey journey started, or a big chapter of it was written a couple of years ago. Klepov off the near sideboards, back at even strength. Klepov, Barabanov, and Gervais look to go back to work here for the Spirit. A brand new hockey game after they fell down 2-0 early. Gervais offside. And Jacob Zhu going to make sure he knows it. As Levi Harper has a little bit of stick work for Jack Pridham just inside the Ranger blue line. Pridham, one of a couple of massive gets last year for the Rangers. He and Christian Humphreys joined the team after the hockey journeys were headed in a different direction. Jack Pridham out of the West Kelowna Warriors in the BCHL joins midway through the season. 54 points in 48 games with the Rangers. Christian Humphreys joined after 10 games with Michigan. And that is the University of Michigan. 33 points in 28 games for him. They become fixtures on this Kitchener Rangers hockey teams. Blackhawks and Avalanche prospect. Here's a big-time collision. Barabanov got dunked by Chromiak, and a penalty coming, and Josh Glavin's got a thing or two to say about it. Barabanov took the contact right in front of the penalty boxes, and Glavin's going to make sure he gets what he came for. It's another pile up in the corner. That's the one you're looking at right now. James Go in a wrestling match at the moment. And there is Humphreys. The initial hit along the near side. Barabanov took the contact from Chromiak. 2:43 here in the period. Gets planted there from a difficult angle. Saginaw might be headed to the power play here. And there was a difficult situation last night in London as Nikita Klepov was involved in a skirmish, charged with a fighting major. Those gloves were not able to come off. And the Spirit don't have their leading scorer for the final 5 minutes of the regulation period where they're trying to come back and tie the game. Right now it looks like just Josh Glavin and Jakub Chromiak in their respective penalty boxes. Nick Seema coming over to give the report to Chris Lazary. 2:43 here in the first period. And there might just be some 4-on-4 play here. Well, Rosie, we talked about it was a bit of a slower start. There wasn't too much nasty stuff going on.
We got something going on at the visitors' penalty box. The door is still open. They need somebody in there, I think.
Nothing's been put up on the board yet. The Spirit power play unit does appear to be out, though. Kluche, Gervais, Barabanov, Harper, and Klepov. And, yeah, they will send Caden Schneider over to serve the extra penalty. So you're right, partner. Second power play opportunity here for the Spirit in this game. After the check from Jakub Chromiak. So to the man advantage here in a tie game. Barabanov left circle, walks in off a body. Puck back down to the Ranger corner. They fire this one back out past the waving stick of Igor Barabanov. Shurigan drops it off. Levi Harper trying to keep an ear out here. A hit from behind or a boarding penalty upcoming to Jakub Chromiak. This is Klepov twisting it back in. Gervais chases, put it back in front. Just disrupted before Klepov can hang on to it. Keeps it in the zone though. Two Rangers quickly up to him. Kluche up high. Levi Harper moves to Barabanov. Back to Harper. Takes the shot. That goes off a Ranger. It was Campbell in front. Klepov was an option too. He takes the check there against Diricolo. Gets the puck up high. This is Levi Harper. Another shot. Deflects off Gervais. Gets the shot away, and it goes wide. Jacob Cloutier into the corner. Campbell takes him to task. 2 against 2. Barabanov comes to help out the numbers game. Puts it in front. All alone is Klepov. Backhands. Can't tuck it home. Rebound chance goes to the boards. Levi Harper. Back in behind Cloutier. Diricolo there. 57 on the Spirit power play. They get it loose. Klepov walks to the circle. Tries to go to Barabanov. Back to Levi Harper. Klepov again. Doesn't like the one-time option. Klepov still in the circle. Twists it back. This is Levi Harper. Barabanov again. Back to Harper. Over. Klepov puts it back in front. One pass too many for Gervais. Barabanov over. Bumper pass is intercepted and cleared by Jack Brittam. Long stretch pass comes out of the Spirit, and Barabanov dropped it back, trying to catch the Rangers in the middle of a change. They'll clear it. Interference and roughing are the 2 penalties picked up by Jakub Kromiak. Final minute here of the period. Popoy blows a tire, 13 on the Spirit power play. This is put back in behind the Ranger net. Back up to the left point. James Go. For Harmer. Back to Go again. Walks in, down to the goal line. Popoy puts it back in. Off a body save is made there by Schabel. Gets rolled there. The puck back up to the point. James Go. Penalty time expires. Shot through traffic. Another save by Schabel. Back in behind. Popoy. Looking from the right wing boards. Twisted back around. This is Valeris. Back underneath. 22 to go in the period. Harmer. James Go. Kept alive. Poked at by Schneider. James Go stays with it. Backdoor chance for Sema. High on the stick side and wide. Back around to Carson Harmer. 10 seconds left in the period. Knocked away by Humphreys. Will not chase that puck down. Xander Valeris up the near wall. And that's it for the first. All Rangers to begin with. More for Spirit fans to cheer with in the second half of that period. Jensen Geldart gets his first in the Ontario Hockey League. Nikita Klepov on the man advantage to round things out. Saginaw does not get that second opportunity, but back to the dressing room in an even hockey game here on Superhero Night. And as it is with the Can Council, we'll talk with Heather Fisher, CEO of the Can Council, coming up here in this first intermission. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehome dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
You really do get it all at Garber Chevrolet in Linwood. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience that will keep you coming back. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see us. Get a better overall experience and lease for less in Linwood. Garber Chevrolet Linwood, M13, north of Bay City. Online, garberlinwood.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Looking for the perfect place for your loved one to thrive? At Traditions of Saginaw, we offer comfort, care, and community. It's a senior living hat trick. Whether it's enjoying delicious, chef-prepared meals, personalized support, or fun events, Traditions of Saginaw feels like home. Schedule your tour today and see why families trust us for peace of mind and vibrant living. Learn more at traditionsofsaginaw.com or call to schedule a tour today. Traditions of Saginaw. Welcome home.
Henry the Hockey Dog loves food and he loves people, which is why Rescue Ministries is partnering with Henry to provide 5,000 meals to our homeless neighbors. It costs $3 to provide a warm meal at the mission, and Henry is asking for your help. Right, Henry? Text Henry 2025 to 50155 to make a donation. Beerline Companies also cares and is willing to match your donation right now. Help Henry provide a meal and consider donating today.
WSGW is keeping you connected with the Great Lakes Bay region and the world. Tune in to quality local shows. Mihinte on Air, United Shades of Gray. That's what she said. Generating Gratitude. And Hey, Great Lakes Bay. Saturday mornings until 9 and Sunday afternoons at 4. Or anytime on your favorite podcasting app. Great Lakes Bay Connections. Local voices, local stories, local people.
Hi, this is Graydon Jones, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 WSGW.
2 tie right now, and it is superhero night with the Can Council. So pleased to be joined once again by Heather Fisher, CEO of the Can Council. Heather, happy to have you guys with us here again. An exciting night, one that we all look forward to, and superhero jerseys looking pretty sharp.
They look awesome out there, don't they?
It's always one that we look forward to, and so. For those that don't know, we got a lot of viewers from across North America right now. The Can Council, what is it and why is it so important?
So Can Council exists to keep our communities free of abuse and neglect for our children and build strong families and a strong community.
So the superhero theme, pretty fitting here as you and all the other folks at the Can Council, pretty close to superheroes as far as these kids go.
Well, thank you for saying that. But really the heroes, I think, are the children and the community members who help support the work of the Can Council. We're so very grateful.
So for the council itself, just over the last couple of years, what's been the focus? What's been, I guess, kind of the main points as far as the work has gone?
Well, I would say actually tonight is really about prevention. So, of course, a lot of people think of Can Council as that place that children can go to tell their story when something has happened in their life, something bad has happened to them. But really, this last couple of years, what we're the most proud of, I think, is the work that we've poured into prevention, because we know what we can prevent will just save our communities and our children so much heartache.
Oh, and for the people that are sitting and watching at home, and if you want to direct them somewhere, they want to get involved, they want to be that helping person. Where would you direct them?
I would direct them to our website, which is cancouncil.org, or check us out on Facebook. We keep our social media very active with lots of opportunities and updates and stories about the families that we're helping and the volunteers who are involved.
Heather Fisher, CEO of the Can Council. Heather, thanks so much. Good talking with you as always.
Thank you so much, Dylan.
2-2 game here in this first intermission. Saginaw coming back and tying things up with some power play goals. We'll take a quick break. Dennis DeRose rejoins the conversation. Some highlights, analysis coming back after this here in your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org, with Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door. MBS International Airport. Save time and money and fly from nearby. Visit mbsairport.org.
My Michigan Health is your go-to place for comprehensive brain, stroke, and spine care right here in your community. Our expert neuroscience team provides care close to home with multiple certified stroke centers throughout the region, including the only comprehensive stroke center in Saginaw. With 24/7 medical expertise, the latest diagnostic tools, and advanced treatments, we're ready when you need us most. Learn more at mymichigan.org/neuro.
Independent Bank is proud to be the corporate sponsor of your Saginaw Spirit. We've been banking in Michigan for 160 years and have always put our customers and communities first. We pride ourselves on being a full-service bank, offering an exceptional banking experience for personal, small business, and commercial banking customers, helping them to achieve financial independence. Be a game changer. Be independent. Member FDIC.
When you go Great Lakes Bay in Michigan, lose yourself in nature and find yourself at peace. Soak up the stillness of winter on glistening trails, or glide along an outdoor ice rink. Take charming carriage rides through snowy streets. Embrace the magic of the season and warm up with comfort food and handcrafted beverages. There are moments of pure greatness all around if we linger long enough to soak them in. Find yours at gogreat.com.
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
For less than 2 minutes, a seemingly harmless shot from the point off the stick of Jacob Zhu. Pridham tips it home. Through step on Sugargan. You're expecting a shot to go one way. It heads back the other direction in the back of the net. The Rangers take the 1-0 lead. And a turnover and some speed through the neutral zone. Looked like a close call. Christian Humphreys, the shot off the goalpost. And the rebound does pop back out. A familiar face, Jack Pridham, there with his second of the hockey game goals, 15 and 16 on the season. But the first of the Ontario Hockey League career for Jensen Geldar, up over the stick hand of Jason Schabel. Didn't have to wait long, just 20 seconds after the second Pridham goal went in. The Spirit were on the board, and they get a power play opportunity. They make the most of it. Lots of room. Everybody looking at Levi Harper. Nobody looking at Nikita Klepov. 17th goal of the season to lead the hockey team. It comes on the power play, and it ties the game at 2. Take a look at the first admission stats brought to you by Raymond. The Rangers had the shot advantage at 10-8. Saginaw 1 for 2 on the power play. They make the most of one of their opportunities, unable to capitalize on the Jakub Chromiak penalty later on in that period. But considering where things started, as we bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth, Dylan Clark and Dennis DeRosier, considering where things started in that first period for Saginaw Rose, they got to be feeling pretty good back in the dressing room, tied at 2.
That goal for Saginaw around the 11-minute mark was key because if the other team gets it, they're up 3-0. I don't care if it's still the first period. 3-0 changes everything mentally on the ice. You can do different stuff. You can take more chances. You can create more opportunities. You don't have to drop back and worry about your end quite as much. And when it got that goal, got it close, everybody tightened up again, and Saginaw was able to score another goal and get right back into it. So key, very key, that goal at the 11-minute mark.
When you put it into the context of where they're at in the season right now, 4 straight losses, you find yourself down 2-0 on home ice early. It's hard to avoid the feeling of, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
So that Geldar goal, that nips that in the bud.
Huge goal so far this game. But, I mean, it's early, but you've got to talk about what has happened. And that was the key right there. If Saginaw wins this hockey game, that's the key to this game.
We talked about Nick Sema a lot in that first period. The hits there, the points followed shortly after. He picks up the assist on the Geldart goal. Again, he was kind of leading the charge on the Spirit side of things.
And Sema's got the type of game that he doesn't have to score. But he has to be out there creating opportunities, hitting guys, making sure guys are looking over their shoulders. He will score if he plays that way, but he's very effective even if he doesn't score and plays that way.
On the Ranger side of things, the defensive end, the blue line, it's heavy, it's thick. There's a lot of really good talent there for the Rangers. Saginaw, a little trouble getting into the offensive zone earlier in the period, but the chances they developed, things opened up a little bit more maybe than most would have anticipated in that first.
Yeah, they did, and it was because they just kept working, and good things happen if you work hard. I mean, it's a cliche, it's old, it's true. And they did. They could have folded the tent when it went 2-0, as we just talked about. But they didn't. They came back. That goal, as we mentioned, at the 11-minute mark, sparked them, got right back into it. Now, 40 minutes to go, new ball game.
We've talked a lot about Brody Papoy over the last handful of hockey games and what he's done coming into this contest. You talk about Nick Sema throwing the body around, but Papoy, that's the kind of game that he plays, and it hasn't resulted in any offense for him yet. But do you see, I know it's a little hard to project a player out a couple of years, but is it a Nick Sema type of game for Brody Papoy?
I think so. I mean, it has all the earmarkings of it, but it depends. There comes a time in every kid's junior career where they reach a level, and they either go this way or they go that way. And that's up to the kid. We can't project that. I mean, it really doesn't matter how good they are or what their pedigree is coming into the league. The kid, each individual player determines that at some point in his career.
Well, we'll see. A lot of hockey left to be played in the career and in the game as well. We got 40 minutes left to play. We'll take a break and then we'll look around the out-of-town scoreboard. It's brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Coming up after this, here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
From the depths of the ocean to the farthest reaches of space, Corning's technologies push the boundaries of what's possible. We're the world's leading innovator in glass and ceramic science, and we're innovating right here in Michigan. Corning's solar wafer site in Hemlock is helping guarantee American energy security. We're investing in our local Michigan communities. That's why Corning is a proud sponsor of the Saginaw Spirit. Learn more about Corning today at corning.com.
Did you know the University of Michigan Flint is the fastest growing public university in the state? How do we do it? Access to top-ranked degree programs and one of the largest alumni networks. access to small class sizes with renowned U of M professors, and access to the Go Blue free tuition guarantee. Because sometimes in life, where you're going depends on where you go. Learn more about our growth at uofmflint.edu.
Prost Wine Bar and Charcuterie now has 2 buzzing locations to enjoy. Visit us in downtown Frankenmuth or in uptown Bay City. We offer a full bar, menu, and memorable atmosphere. Walk-ins are always welcome, and Bay City is now accepting reservations online at prostwinebar.com. Open 7 days a week. Make Prost Wine Bar in Frankenmuth or uptown Bay City your destination for great wine and even better times.
We're Durolast. We make the world's best roof. As one of the country's largest roofing manufacturers, we have locations across North America. But for more than 40 years, Saginaw has been our home. Like Saginaw, Durolast has a can-do, never-quit attitude. And just like Saginaw, our people make us strong. Innovative, resilient. That's the spirit of Saginaw. That's Durolast, the world's best roof.
Soar with us. Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on 100.5 FM WSGW.
Brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. 4 other games in the OHL here on this Saturday night. No score between the North Bay Battalion and the Erie Otters. A goaltenders duel, at least early on, between Mike McIver and Noah Erliden. Sarnia trails the Flint Firebirds 2-1. Flint posting up at home and really not letting anyone have too good of a time there recently. Ryland Cunningham and Chase Hull, their 4th and 7th goals of the year, respectively. Beckham Edwards picks up goal number 12 on the season. It's the only marker for the Sarnia Sting in that game so far, even at 10 shots apiece. 1-1 between Brantford and Peterborough as they head towards the tail end of the first period. Nicholas Rossetto, his 2nd of the year. Jerry DiConzolo has his 3rd to even things up for Peterborough. Quite a few more shots in that game, though. 21-15. Then we see that the 10-8 mark here in the first period between Saginaw and the Kitchener Rangers. 1-0 Barrie over the Niagara Ice Dogs. Emil Hemming, 8th goal of the season to put the Colts in the driver's seat right now. Take a look at our Western Conference standings. These two teams in a little bit different spots right now. The Rangers sit in 2nd place. As we said, Windsor and the Sioux, more points. Rangers leading the Midwest Division, so they're sitting in 2nd right behind the Flint Firebirds. The Spirit looking to get back inside the playoff picture. So that Erie game, the Otters and the Battalion, that's of particular interest to the Spirit here tonight. And again, this is game number 31 out of 68. Lots of room to roll between now and playoff time, but it gets a little bit uncomfortable when you stay outside the playoff picture. The out-of-town scoreboard, look at the Western Conference standings presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. 2nd period action here in a tie hockey game. Jack Pridham, 2 goals for the Kitchener Rangers. 1st of the OHL career for Jensen Geldart, and a power play goal by Nikita Klepov. That was the first. What's coming up in the second? More action, we hope, we anticipate. We're back after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey. 2nd period.
At Garber Chevy Chesaning, better means you get it all. Better prices, better selection, and better service. Our factory-trained technicians keep your vehicle in top condition. We have everything your vehicle needs, even tires. Come see us at Garber Chevy Chesaning and see how you can get it all. At the corner of M52 and M57, online at garberchesaning.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
As proud sponsors of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Team, the Barb Smith Suicide Resource and Response Network invite you to join us in supporting the players in our community. Our mission is to prevent suicide through education, advocacy, connection to resources, and support for those impacted by suicide. Visit us at srrn.net. That's srrn.net to learn more about our programs and events. Let's go Spirit.
Are you looking to make a sweet change in your career? Plant your career with Michigan Sugar Company. Michigan Sugar Company is now hiring STEM, skilled trades, maintenance, and general labor roles at their Bay City, Caro, Croswell, and Seaboing factories. Visit michigansugar.com/careers for a full list of available roles and to start your application today. Michigan Sugar Company, making life sweeter since 1906.
It takes each of us to make Saginaw a place we're proud to call home. Since 1984, Saginaw Community Foundation has helped build and strengthen Saginaw County by bringing together people and resources to make a difference. We're a one-stop shop for giving, building endowments, grant making, and community leadership. Visit SaginawFoundation.org today to learn more about how you can help support your community. Saginaw Community Foundation, building a flourishing community for all, for good, forever.
The Ramsey Show. The problem is the stupid banks will loan you so much money that they put you in bankruptcy because they don't have an off button. They'll just loan you money. You know, you can go get a credit card, you can go on a trip you can't afford, you can go down there and get a car. You know, there's actually people out there walking around that still think that if the bank will loan it to you, it means you can pay it. The same people that think if you have checks left in your checkbook, there must be money in the account.
The Ramsey Show, weeknights at 9 on WSGW. This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW. Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
No carryover power play. Still a couple of moments for Jakob Chromiak. He's in the Ranger penalty box. Offsetting roughing minors between he and Josh Glavin. Chromiak picked up the interference call. Saginaw unsuccessful on their second IBEW Local 557 power play in this game. But the man advantage had tied it. The goal off of the stick of Klepov, his 17th of the year, has us at 2-2 after a flat start for the Spirit. Harmer's line starts off against Luca Romano. Again here at center ice. If you notice, the Spirit looked a little bit different. It is superhero night here at the Can Council inside the Dow Event Center. As James Go pushes it back in looking for Carson Harmer. And it's down for an icing as signaled by Jason Schaubel. So the faceoff relocates down for Stepan Shurigan. Christian Kirsch is the backup goaltender for the Rangers here tonight. 21 games on the season. He's been their go-to guy. He's getting set to go to World Juniors with Team Switzerland. He's on the bench right now. He's breaking in the Team Switzerland gear. But again, it is likely his preference and that of Jason Schaubel that he stays on the bench here tonight. Schaubel, so far, some pretty good stops. Puck down in Stepan Shurigan's area. And the Rangers have it. Pass for Lamb. He's into the circle, just reaching out and knocking it away. Carson Harmer moves it to Jacob Kluche off the glass. Does it get out? Balecki's going to keep it alive. Rangers go back to work. Lamb in the corner. Centering feed. Arquette can't handle it. Spirit moving out of danger. This is Brody Popoy. Cuts up through center. Tosses it in. Kluche to chase him down. Two Rangers quickly there. Good poke by Carson Harmer. Romano tries to hold him off. Harmer can't get it through to Popoy. A point shot by Harper and a glove hand save is made again by Jason Schaubel. 41 seconds gone here in the second period. And again, Levi Harper snapped a 12-game goal drought last night in London. Scored his 7th of the season. Still had 6 assists in his last 6 hockey games before that, so don't feel too bad for him. 26 points now on the season with the assist on the power play goal. And again, Saginaw's record by a rookie defenseman, 37 points by Zane Parekh back in 2022-23. Harper's got a lot of runway to work with here, and he's got it to Klepov. A deflection in front there. Save made by Schaubel. The rebound was hanging around.
That's a tough save.
Off of maybe some friendly skates and the stick of Klepov, too. Schaubel's able to locate it. And just kind of a mad scramble in front of the net. But there we see a little head fake by Harper. The deflection right in front. Sebastian Gervais does get a good stick on that. Gervais' 290th OHL game. Needs 12 more to tie up Kolkoski for most of the franchise games played list. As we got a penalty here. Avery Anstis got tied up with Levi Harper. And the Rangers look like they're headed to a power play here. Interference the call as Harper comes up high with the stick and a little off balance. Anstis on the ice though, and into the penalty box goes Harper. Saginaw, their second Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill here in this game. They kill it off the Carson Harmer hooking penalty not too long after they tied the game up. Harmer, while falling, or Gervais rather, going to fire that puck out to center ice. So Levi Harper for interference. Early second period of a tie hockey game. Bilecki, drop back. Humphreys kicks it out wide into the skates and then the stick of Romano. Bilecki, Pridham, lots of room. Left circle, throws it to the net, saved by Shurigan. The rebound back and behind. Pridham sends it around. Humphreys, now Bilecki, Pridham again. Back to Bilecki. Nick Sema trying to cut that lane off. He does. There's the spinning puck that he's able to get out to center ice. Maybe not much farther. Gervais going to get it back to him. Maybe a short-handed chance. Good move by Seaman to get around Romano. Tough angle. Long shot stick save made by Schabel. A little bit more trouble as that puck ends up in the corner. Bilecki with some time. Good work. Seaman, Gervais make life a little difficult on the PK. Bilecki off the boards. Carson Harmer back out here in this penalty kill for Saginaw. It goes right past Jacob Kluche. Here's a chance down the right side into the circle. Looking backdoor, the opportunity off the left skate there of Stepan Shurigan. The rebound kept in. Bilecki's shot goes off Harmer. Back behind the net again. Picked up here by Pridham. Bilecki swings it cross ice. Given up high. Arquette. One more pass. Cut off by James Go. The rebound put into the glass. Carson Harmer, a little tap there. Wanted go. Pridham gets it back. Arquette here. Back up high. Humphreys there for Bilecki to skate into. Down into the circle. 18 on the power play here for the Rangers. Humphreys dusts that one off. It was deflected to the corner glass. Glavin just chopping after it. Harmer trying to lay it down for James Go, and he clears. Some tense moments there at the end. Spirit looked to have killed this one off. Out of the box comes Levi Harper. Right back over to the bench here. Rouser, the forechecker in here for the Spirit. It's Carson Campbell. Takes this one up the right side. Jacob Zhu. Back in behind Shurigan's net again. Graydon Jones there first. Turned up the wall. Campbell shot deflected on its way through, and a save made by Shurigan. And the extra poke from Weston Cameron draws a little bit of attention, but another shot off the deflection. Shurigan is able to get the leg down and seal that off up against the goalpost. A better opportunity early on in the penalty kill. Shurigan able to get that left skate out.
Yeah.
With Andrew Vermeulen on that broken play. Igor Barabanov thought he had won the defensive zone faceoff. We'll give it another shot here. Barabanov extends his point streak to 5 games now with the assist on the Klepov power play goal. Klepov throws this one cross ice off the boards. Evan Hedrick gets there ahead of Sebastian Gervais. Skate to stick. Gervais near side. This is Blake Barnes. Put that one off of Campbell. He's back in behind the Ranger net. Up to Weston Cameron. Fumbled that puck. Blake Barnes back down. Can't be handled by Barabanov. So Campbell again. Far corner now. Steered it up the boards. Evan Hedrick met by Jones. The red and the blue come together. And out of it comes Jacob Zhu. Cameron. Loaded up. Barabanov closes off the check. And the puck for Graydon Jones at center. Again, a little trouble for Blake Barnes there as he's got to go back a little bit deeper into Spirit real estate. No icing as that was tipped in by Klepov. Barabanov in for Gervais. Klepov trying to break into the corner. Stick lifted. Weston Cameron gets it back out to center. No trouble there for the Kitchener Rangers. Graydon Jones. Heavy hit from Zhu. But he steers it back in behind Schabel's net. Klepov and Jensen Geldart trying to coordinate there in that corner. Liam Storch, good slip to get that puck up high. Look at the head fakes from Levi Harper. Opens up a lane, and that shot goes into the glass. Back around to center where Liam Storch is on it. Graydon Jones off the boards in front of the penalty box. Knocked down, pushes the puck in deep again. Campbell with Geldart. Evan Hedrick leaves the Ranger zone. Up to center. Cross corner dump in. Graydon Jones ties up with Avery Anstis. Heavy check there. Jensen Geldart takes the contact from Schneider. And this is Levi Harper again. Hard off the wall. And Liam Storch reading that. Sneaking in to wave off the icing. Storch trying to put it back in front for Sema. How about that play between Storch and Levi Harper?
Yeah, that's good. Good communication there.
Off the skate of the linesman. Seema and Jensen Geldhart get this out of danger. So Andrew McNeil fires it back in from center. James Go is going to check over his right shoulder to make sure none of the Rangers were doing the same thing. Stretch pass is picked off by Diricolo. Seema the intended target. This is Tanner Lamb back in the neutral zone one more time. Nearly 6 minutes gone here in the second period. Rangers, a lot of room. Arquette, right circle, down to the goal line, back and behind the net now. Emerges on the near side, poked out by Xander Valeris. The puck picked up by Liam Storch, end of a long shift. He didn't get to the red line, though. That's in for an icing. 14:09 here in the second. And there is a disagreement from the Spirit bench right now. Jordan Hurtubise and Justin Cornell, the linesmen, they're going to stand firm in their assessment of that one. So the face-off back in the Spirit end. Long shift for Geldart, Seema, and Liam Storch. That's been a pretty good combination here in this hockey game. Good to see Storch draw back in, 22nd game of the year, spend a little bit of time on the shelf with an injury. This puck back out at center. Storch backhands it in. Now he gets his line change. Seema all over Tanner Lamb. Back for more. Here's Bilecki up to Arquette. Pressure from James Go. Josh Glavin's on the loose puck. Bilecki is on Glavin. Go can't get that puck up the boards. Lamb was in the way. Back behind the Spirit net. Puck rolls off his stick. Lamb chases things down. Tries to cut back inside. Jacob Kluche there for the Spirit. And they are back away through center. Kluche knifes his way in. Looked like he wanted to drop that puck off. Stops up. Here's the chance for Glavin. The shot goes high and was it deflected? Goes up into the netting. A couple of good opportunities for Josh Glavin in this hockey game. 13:26 here in the second period. It stays a 2-2 tie for now. Back to Saginaw here in a moment.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Mike Miner to create your personal price plan today.
Your region, your team. You're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center, 2-2 between the Saginaw Spirit and the Kitchener Rangers here in the second period. Couple of good scoring opportunities, 4 shots to 3 in favor of the visitors here in this middle frame. Nobody's found the back of the net just yet. Jason Schabel, Stepan Shurigan, ready for another battle here as the Carson Harmer line steps out again. Spirit without one of their top offensive players in Dimas Jokin. The Rangers without still one of their top offensive players, but from the back end in Cameron Reed. Jokin second of a 3-game suspension, Reed at World Juniors. So they'll have to find the scoring elsewhere, and you know who's found the scoring is Jack Pridham. That shot off the glove there of Stepan Shurigan. Now Humphreys the rebound chance. Twisted towards the net, Pridham right in front. Shurigan's able to hang on. And the opportunities for the Rangers here have come fast and furious. Pridham and Humphreys have been pretty much inseparable. You're going to see a lot of them together here in this game. We've seen Avery Anstis on the wing with them for the most part. How about that slip there for Pridham? The scoring opportunity held off, and the long rebounds are finding their way back to the Rangers' sticks here in this game. About 7 minutes gone in the second. And this crew's going to stay out here. Humphreys will get booted from the draw. I feel like we haven't had a lot of guys ejected from faceoffs so far in this game.
Usually that's attributed to the linesman with sticky fingers.
Well, now Anstis is going to go. Now it's Pridham's turn. Now it's Barbano's turn to get tossed out.
Running out of people. Going to have to start doubling up.
You can do worse than Sebastian Gervais from the faceoff circle. He's been Saginaw's best this year, just about 55%. And he's won that one. Glavin up for Barabanov. That puck dipping and diving all over the place, so we can't make sense of it. But this one turned back out and intercepted by Gervais. Given for Barabanov. Trying to go off the boards to himself. Avery Anstis there. Back underneath for Carson Campbell. And the Rangers look to get out of a jam. Klepov on the pressure. Anstis finishes the job. Now a chance. Humphreys down the right side. He's got Pridham headed towards the net. Humphreys turnaround pass. Well read by James Go. For the puck. Another mind of its own. Klepov turned over. Pridham. Delayed penalty coming. A tripping call. Yeah. On the Rangers side of things. 12:37 left in this second period. And the guilty party on that tripping minor, Christian Humphreys. So a very close scoring opportunity. There you see the skate on the back of James Go's skates. Saginaw to its third IBEW Local 557 power play here in this game. And that was, really twofold. Obviously the Spirit come out of it with a power play, but a really good scoring opportunity for the usual suspects in blue here. Third chance of the game. Harper looking for Klepov. Has it in front. No angle there for Gervais, and a shoulder save made by Jason Schabel. Puck is cleared down. Stepan Shurigan to just watch as Levi Harper picks it up. Humphreys in the box on the tripping penalty. Jacob Kluche shifts back in over the offensive blue line to the corner. Pass off the boards, looking for himself. Romano and Chromiak won't make it easy. Klepov looking for that puck to come back out to him. It's not moving much right now. Finally pulled out here by Klepov. A stick lift to prolong the possession. Harper over. Gervais left circle. Takes a shot. A blocker saved by Schabel. Barabanov there for Kluche. Wanted to go back in front. The Rangers cut it off. And when Arquette backhands this one out of danger now, Romano looks to take a chance shorthanded. Rangers 7 shorthanded goals in the season. Tied for most in the Ontario Hockey League with Windsor. Here's Klepov down to the goal line. Poked away. This is Jack Pridham. Turn around. Backhand clear. And more precious time off the clock. 47 seconds left on the Humphreys penalty. Levi Harper to start things out again here for the Spirit. Brody Papoy down the right wing. Forced into the corner. Harmer's right there with him. Diricolo knocks him off the puck, and the Rangers clear. One more try here. 20 seconds of the power play. This is Levi Harper. Back for Carson Harmer. Harper to the bench. Bouncing puck. Xander Valeris off the wall. Dumps it back in. Brody Papoy can't get there first. Rangers will clear. And that'll do it on the Humphreys penalty. Saginaw 1 for 3 on the man advantage today. On the near side, looking for Nick Sema. Diricolo and Jacob Zhu have it back in behind Schabel. Sema doing what he can to get into the stick of Zhu. Steered it back in front, nearly off of James going in. Goes off the side of the goal. Xander Valeris tries to get it out of danger. Vermeulen keeps it alive. Just pumps it to the far corner. James Go up with it there. Makes some room for himself. Up the near side, the pass too far ahead of Brody Papoy. And so that will shut down any speed the Spirit had coming back the other direction. Rangers will return. Vermeulen fumbled the puck, still onside though. Lachar drops it back. Here's an opportunity near side. Zhu takes a shot. Left pass save made by Shurigan. Weston Cameron back underneath. Lachar for Zhu. Spun over. This is Campbell again. Long shot up into the glove. Shurigan hangs on. 9:42 here in the second period. Spirit looked like they had numbers and speed coming back the other direction. The pass from Go to Papoy just a little bit too far.
Yeah, just a little fumble. That'll wreck the whole play.
And the speed back the other way for the Rangers. They get a couple of quality scoring chances out of it. Not a lot of traffic in the way on that shot from Carson Campbell.
And it was a high shot. Really not much problem for the goaltender.
Spirit win the defensive zone face-off again. Trevor Thoyer in some trouble. Graydon Jones helps him out, clears the puck. Rangers push it back in. Shurigan there. Will fumble as he pushes that puck to the corner. Trevor Thoyer. Another collision there as Gervais is up to center. Finds Graydon Jones. A lot of room, not a lot of support. The pass up over the stick of Rauja. Point shot tipped there and a save made by Schabel. Rauja may have gotten a stick on the Barnes try. Rauja's got it again. Shot snapped wide from the high slot. Rauja looks around, goes and gets it. Flip back in looking for Jones. Thoyer there. Campbell sees this onto the far boards. Trevor Thoyer again. Up high. Bouncer off the boards. Blake Barnes takes a look. Finds Gervais, looking to go back for him. Lets it go. Now here's Klepoff. Down low, Jones. Spun back in front and right there on it. Andrew Vermeulen, no more puck for the Spirit. Gervais runs into some trouble. Turned around by Vermeulen there. Gervais trying to make a play from one knee. Rangers can't turn that into anything. That could have been a real rough patch for the Spirit as Klepoff throws this into the neutral zone. Sema gets it back from Hedrick. Punched off the boards and fired back in by Chromiak. 8:20 left in this second period. Big time collision there. Barnes gets tossed into the boards by Caden Schneider. Sema's in with speed. Looking in front. Puck rolls off his stick. Balecki keeps him forced back in behind the net. Now here comes Evan Hedrick. Look at the motor down the right side. Poked at by Klepoff. Both go down. Glavin's on this puck. James go. Back out we go. Balecki at center. Fired cross ice. Hedrick the quick touch up. It doesn't roll off the boards like he wanted. So James go again for Barabanov. Just inside the line. Pulls up. Looking for the cross ice pass. It's not there. Barabanov a turnaround. Looks to open something up. Barabanov on through. Glavin. Opportunity. That's off a body. They score on the rebound. Nick Sema puts it home off the Glavin chance. 7:41 to go in the period. And Saginaw, 3 unanswered, has the lead. There seemed to be a collective hesitation from everybody in the building. They weren't sure if that puck was in or not. 8th of the season from Nick Sema. Lots of bodies in front. Barabanov covers up that angle. Josh Glavin looked like he was ready to tattoo that one home. Chromiak had to duck out of the way of it. And Nick Sema, you said earlier, Rosie, he didn't have to find the back of the net to be a leader and be a force on this hockey team. He's found the score sheet twice. This time it's his own goal, his 8th of the season.
The way he plays, it'll happen for him because he's always in the mix.
Carson Harmer back behind the Spirit net. Up for Popoy at center. Speeding into the offensive zone, Popoy. Kluche's got a lot of room. Back down low, looking for James Go. Blows a tire, no more puck there. Tanner Lamb, stolen by Go. Right in front, Popoy, delayed penalty coming. Popoy into the corner. It's touched up by Carson Harmer. Shurigan doesn't know if he should go or not. James goes on it, and there goes Shurigan for the extra attacker. Extra man is on here for the Spirit. Short-lived, though, as Tanner Lamb touches it up. So Nick Sema puts the Spirit back ahead. And looks like Tanner Lamb's going to put him up by a man. The hooking penalty to Lamb, who's been the Spirit killer this year. Gives him another window of opportunity to work with here. 4th IBW Local 557 power play on the hooking call. Top unit goes to work there. You see the extra opportunity from Brody Popoy. Good win by Gervais. Off the draw, Harper. Back for Barabanov to the corner, Kluche. Back to Barabanov. One-time shot gets blocked. Harper scurries back after it. Back in the Spirit end. Igor Barabanov for Kluche. Barabanov again. Knifes on through. Finds Nikita Klepoff. Into the right wing circle. Klepoff cuts back. Here's Harper. Over for Sebastian Gervais. Puck rolled up on him. Down to the goal line. Kluche in front. Barabanov has Romano on him. Gervais back and forth with Harper. Gervais for Barabanov now. Good twist there away from Pridham. This is Harper again. Just inside the line. Down low. Bad angle shot. Great opportunity. Kluche robbed by Schabel. Here's Barabanov again. Works it in. Misses Gervais. Finds Harper. Changes the angle off a body. Rebound. Chances loose. Right on the crease. Oh, what a save. Schabel reaches out with the glove and somehow shuts down Gervais. Maybe Klepoff too.
Boy, oh boy. I thought that was in the net from this angle.
Great puck movement by the Spirit. Schabel looked like dead to rights. Gervais just can't get the shot away. And Jason Schabel's been doing the bicep curls. He's able to keep that puck off the goal line with a lot of pressure and a lot of sticks poking at it. Goalpost right there helps as well. 6:10 to go in the second. Regardless, best stop of the night for Jason Schaubel. 1:12 left on the power play. Spirit have it again. Harper over. Kluche, one-timer. Sticks in two pieces. He goes and gets another one. Doesn't even have to leave the play. Barabanov throws it back on through. Here's a chance for Kluche with the new stick. Goes back in behind the net here. Zhu is on him. Levi Harper just inside the line. Near side. Klepov. Back to the boards. Now Harper. Barabanov. Goal line. Kluche in front. The pass misfired for Gervais. Klepov still got it. Into the circle he goes. Klepov low. Arquette's on him. Up high. This is Levi Harper. Over. Barabanov. Sweeps it near side. Klepov, one pass too many. All the way back out to center. They'll chase it down. Harper from his own end takes a healthy whack there from Jack Pridham. Harper drops it back. One more chance here on the power play. Brody Papoy in for Carson Harmer. They're offside. Great A chance there. How about that opportunity for Nikita Klepov? Looked like the one-time opportunity was there. Perfectly sold by Barabanov. Klepov trying to bump it back.
He made a bad decision there. He should have shot it right in the net.
Already this patented one-timer from the circle. And again, it's much easier said than done from
very
50
easy.
feet above the ice where you and I sit right
up
now.
here. When you're down there and everything's closing on you, it's a different story.
So the Spirit will have to settle for the 3-2 lead right now. Tanner Lamb's out of the penalty box. They're 1 for 4 in the power play. Now the Rangers look to come back, and here's Nick Sema, though. Campbell off the boards. Brody Papoy cutting back in. Harmer's got to touch up. He does. Papoy, one hand on the stick. Look at Papoy go into the circle. Takes a shot. He rang it off the outside of the cage. Back down low, looking for Carson Harmer. This is pulled away here from Pridham. Tanner Lamb dropped it off. Pridham, 2 already. Shot goes off of James Go. Brody Papoy. Back up for Nick Sema. Spirit have numbers. Sema tries to drag through Campbell. Schaubel's on that puck. And Sema sniffing around, can't dislodge it. 4:25 here in the second period. Some opportunities on the power play. But a 3-2 lead for the Spirit. Jason Schaubel's kept the door shut. We're back to Saginaw in a moment here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber Buick is America's oldest Buick dealership. Our factory-trained service technicians deliver precision care to keep your vehicle performing at its best. We also have an award-winning body shop. We even sell parts and tires. You truly get it all at Garber Buick. Better service, better selection, and better prices. Garber Buick, State Street in Saginaw. Online, garberbuick.com. Buick, exceptional by design.
Everybody knows you'll do better at Garber.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW.
A lot of really exciting hockey Spirit fans have been treated to here from 98 as Barabanov gets a little tangled up looking for this face-off. A couple of former USHLers in Barabanov and Klepov. Saginaw's first-round import selection, Nikita Klepov, this past summer. Ironically enough, winning Plinka Gretzky Gold with Team USA. We do not have time to get into the semantics of all that, as here comes Graydon Jones right to the net, looking to shovel that over the shoulder of Schaubel. Punched back out into some skates, knocked down. Here's Klepov again. Into the slot. Klepov can't get untangled. Rangers take it away. This is Chromiak. Poked at by Klepov one more time, and he fires it back in. Jacob Zhu lost the puck to Barabanov. Gervais for Jones. Looking cross ice. Thinks better of it. Lost the puck. Gets put into the boards heavily there by Zhu. Another hit for Barabanov from Lachar. Klepov into the corner. Barabanov moves it up high to Jones. Into traffic. Kicked away. Loose puck. You guessed it. Klepov. Jones a shot into traffic. Goes wide again. Sebastian Gervais. Little tap off the wall. Then a hit from Lachar. Gervais reels it back in again. Klepov into the corner. Takes another check and keeps it moving. Jones up high. Off the boards, Klepov. Hit by Chromiak. And finally, this one just off the glass. And out from Lachar. And James Go and Graydon Jones slowly back to pick up the icing. They're probably just as gassed as anybody else on that shift. 3:07 here in the second. Tired group of Rangers here. Chris Lasry throws out the Kluche line. Harmer, Popoy, Levi Harper. Zhu and Chromiak have to stay out. Vermeulen, Lachar, Weston Cameron as well. But Vermeulen wins that faceoff, and Chromiak lays it up the wall. Weston Cameron does get things out to center. Fired back in, so crisis averted there for that tired group of Rangers. The Rangers had 6 on the ice there for a second. As Campbell doubles back. Spirit have this in the offensive end as Kluche takes the check from Anstis. Now back, it's intercepted. Popoy sweeps it in front. Chance for Kluche, fought off there by Schaubel. And another penalty is upcoming as Kluche looked to take a stick up high. Saginaw back to the power play again. 2-minute minor, no blood from Kluche. As Anstis guilty again. 3 straight minor penalties here from Kitchener. And the Spirit, it's getting to be a little tense now. They got to convert on this one. They played so well here in the last 7 or 8 minutes of this period. You want to reward yourself with a power play goal. Because it doesn't matter how well you play over the stretch of 7 or 8 minutes in the period. If the Rangers come back and tie the game up, it's all for nothing. And again, important to remember, as Jack Pridham fires this one down the ice, leads the Rangers with 3 shorthanded goals on the year, and the Rangers tied for the league lead with 7. So there's always that threat. As Harper slings this one back for Igor Barabanov. Now Kluche, Klepov, offside. That'll shave 17 seconds off the penalty clock. Just a 2-minute minor. Dave Anstis on the high-sticking penalty, and Jacob Kluche out here on this power play. He's taking Dima Zhilkin's spot. Rangers win this back, and McNeil tosses it out. Off the paddle, a step on Shurigan. Harper again for the drop. Picked up by Kluche. Barabanov given right back to him. Kluche in with speed. That's worked for the Spirit here this year. Fired back around by Gervais. Klepov beaten to it by Pridham. And Pridham wastes no time. Fires a turning puck all the way down into Spirit real estate. Levi Harper's to pick up again. Back to Igor Barabanov. Up. Here's Gervais. Has a step. Numbers to the net. Can't be tapped there by Harper as he made his way toward the Ranger goal. Shouldered by Jacob Kluche. Klepov does what he can to keep things alive. Here's Barabanov out of the corner. Step to the net. Barabanov's shot goes off a leg. Klepov's got to pick things up. He and Gervais look to bounce it off the wall. Gervais sweeps it up the boards. McNeil is there. He'll clear for the Rangers. And that's paddled down by Shurigan. He's dangerous with that goal stick, but he'll elect to stay away from the stretch pass, and a frustrated chop of the boards from Nikita Klepov. James Go at center. This is Carson Harmer. Back up. Xander Valeris with speed off a stick and then the goaltender's stick. As Romano has Brody Popoy on him, Chromiak lost it. Valeris taps it there for Harmer. Final 60 of the period, 15 on the power play. Sema off the boards. Center point. James Go into traffic. A shot stopped by Schaubel. The rebound is loose and it goes into the corner. Rangers clear off the glass. Dangerous moment again. How many scrambles have we seen here in front of Schaubel's net in this period? Sema just inside the line. Penalty time expires. Papoy under the stick of Chromiak. Spirit 1 for 5 now on the power play. Puck comes back in front. This is Jack Pridham. Near side. Anstis tries to thread the needle there for Lamb. 25 here in the second period. Nick Sema left the puck behind. This is Pridham. High shot, easily blockered aside by Stepan Churigan. Jacob Zhu, Humphreys, over, opportunity. Balecki fed on that puck, 13 to go. Sema off the boards, takes an extra bounce. Does it have the wheels for icing? No. One more hit from Storch on Humphreys, and that's it for the second period. So some power play opportunities that don't connect for Saginaw, but lots to be happy about. Second period shots favor the home squad by quite a margin. 14-8, 22-18 in the game. And of course, the even strength goal by Nick Sema has them ahead at 3-2. We'll take a break. When we come back, Winnipeg Jets 7th rounder Jacob Kluche joins us from Ice Level to talk about that second period and more. Back with Kluche after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you're ready for checking that earns interest and gives you perks, Merc Perks Plus from Mercantile Bank is here. With a competitive interest rate and perks like travel services, cashback rewards, and identity protection, Merc Perks Plus has everything you need for your busy lifestyle. Merc Perks Plus also offers discounts on consumer loans and access to almost 40,000 fee-free MoneyPass ATMs. So when you're ready for perks, Merc is here. Learn more at mercbank.com/mercperksplus. Member FDIC.
Yeah, I know. It's officially still winter out there, but that doesn't mean you can't have fun in the sun. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea knows how to turn up your day drinking fun all year long. I mean, there's even a sun on those bright yellow cans. Twisted Tea is made with real brewed tea and a 5% kick of alcohol, which goes down smooth. So whether you're knee-deep in snow or making footprints in the sand, be sure to look for Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
My Michigan Health is your go-to place for comprehensive brain, stroke, and spine care right here in your community. Our expert neuroscience team provides care close to home with multiple certified stroke centers throughout the region, including the only comprehensive stroke center in Saginaw. With 24/7 medical expertise, the latest diagnostic tools, and advanced treatments, we're ready when you need us most. Learn more at mymichigan.org/neuro.
Mid-Michigan Canine Academy's Redemption Crew loves Saginaw and the surrounding communities who have blessed us so much, and we are concerned about the epidemic of rehome dogs and dogs left at shelters. If your dog is a handful, or if you're thinking about rehoming your dog, let us help you with its behavioral challenges. Our 7-day doggy boot camp can help. Not all dogs are as fortunate as Henry the Hockey Dog, but they all deserve a second chance. Give us a call at Mid-Michigan Canine Academy and let us help you transform your dog's behavior and your life.
This is Christiana Malagata, your host of That's What She Said. This week, I'm talking with a woman who has a plan and is following it no matter what life throws her way. Rebecca Yeager talks about graduating during a pandemic, coaching robotics, and pursuing her dreams in STEM. Tune in.
That's What She Said with Christiana Malakata. Presented by CMU Health. Saturday mornings at 8 and Sunday evenings at 6 on WSGW and online at WSGW.com.
Soar with us. Saginaw Spirit Hockey is on 100.5 FM, WSGW.
In his second full year of OHL action, Winnipeg Jets second rounder Jacob Kluche. And Jacob, really entertaining in this game so far. Kind of a tale of two periods in that first, but once you guys found the back of the net to make it 2-1, different did things feel on the bench?
Yeah, I mean, it felt great. Obviously, seeing a young guy like Geldy get his first two, it's pretty cool. Like, everyone's been there once, right? I remember my first goal, and he studied pretty hard, and he did too. So it's pretty cool to see him score. And yeah, I mean, it lifts the energy right away. Like, boys got fired up. We felt like we still had fire under us. We didn't want to give up. So,
a couple of good power play opportunities for you guys in this game so far. You convert once on the man advantage. Does it feel like the puck's zipping around a little bit better than usual out there?
Yeah, I mean, the puck's on a strength for the boys right now. We're finding each other often, and yeah, I mean, as long as we keep doing that, I think we're going to find a way to bury a couple more. We haven't buried enough yet, so I think we're due for another one.
And you with Carson Harmer and Brody Papoy, I know every time you were on last year, I'd ask about you, Carson Harmer, and Caleb Mangoni, but the three of you have found some pretty good chemistry this year. What is it about this? We can't call it the rat line anymore. That was last year, but whatever you want to call this one, what is it about the way you Papoy and Harmer go together?
Yeah, the Weasel Boys, we call it. No, I don't know. It's I don't know. I think we all have a work ethic that we all respect. So we go out there, we grind together, we keep pucks down low, and I think it's been working lately. And Pep's the dog, man. Like, I think he's gonna get drafted. He's a dog. You see that goal in London last night. It's pretty sick. So it's fun playing with him.
Did you just come up with that on the spot?
Yeah, I don't know. It's same thing as Rad.
That was perfect. That was perfect. 1-goal game heading into the third period, Jacob. You guys are in the driver's seat right now. What's the thought? Where's the head at right now?
Yeah, pretty cliche, but you know what? We just got to keep finding pucks down low, getting pucks in the net, bodies in front, defend hard, and we're going to find a way to win this game. So
appreciate the time, Jake. We'll talk to you after.
Thanks, Sark.
That's Jacob Kluche, 3-2 lead right now. We just found a new name for the best name for a line in junior hockey, I think, and 3-2 lead for Saginaw right now. We'll take a break, intermission, some highlights. We'll bring Dennis DeRosier back into the conversation. We'll see what Jacob and the Weasel Boys can do coming up here in period 3. Back after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
You really do get it all at Garber Midland. It's more than just better prices. It's better financing, better selection, and a better overall customer experience. And we're more than the place you buy your vehicle. We're also where your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards of service. Come see how you can get it all at Garber Midland at the corner of Saginaw and Eastman. See all our inventory online at garbermidland.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Enjoy the spirit of Frankenmuth and score big with your kids at the indoor water parks. The puck stops here in Funtown, where fan favorites include chicken and Christmas, but there's really so much more. Arcades, breweries, carriage rides, shopping, and pretzel rolling. Frankenmuth, where we leave the icing to the dessert. 800 Funtown. No matter how cold it is outside or in the hockey rink, there's loads of indoor fun waiting just down the road in Frankenmuth.
Looking for the perfect place for your loved one to thrive? At Traditions of Saginaw, we offer comfort, care, and community. It's a senior living hat trick. Whether it's enjoying delicious, chef-prepared meals, personalized support, or fun events, Traditions of Saginaw feels like home. Schedule your tour today and see why families trust us for peace of mind and vibrant living. Learn more at traditionsofsaginaw.com or call to schedule a tour today. Traditions of Saginaw. Welcome home.
Henry the Hockey Dog loves food and he loves people, which is why Rescue Ministries is partnering with Henry to provide 5,000 meals to our homeless neighbors. It costs $3 to provide a warm meal at the mission, and Henry is asking for your help. Right, Henry? Text Henry 2025 to 50155 to make a donation. Beerline Companies also cares and is willing to match your donation right now. Help Henry provide a meal and consider donating today.
It's time for your intermission report from the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Here's Dylan Clark.
The goaltenders had their own moments where they kind of stole the show a little bit. Take you back through some highlights here from inside the Dow Event Center. Jason Schaubel again getting the nod for the Rangers, and some power play opportunities for the Spirit led to a lot of scrambles. Schaubel in that period, the busier of the two goaltenders, had to make 13 saves on 14 shots. A lot of them through traffic and scrambles like that, but don't count out what the Rangers were able to throw towards Stepan Shugan. That left pad save, Rangers on the man advantage, is able to shut down Andrew Vermeulen. And at that point, keep the game even. Barbon off to Josh Glavin. Finally, the Spirit do break through, and as you may have guessed, it comes right on the doorstep. Nick Sema, sigh of relief there. As he was paying a physical price, he's able to break through and find the back of the net for Nick Sema. That is goal number 8 on the season. Couple of more opportunities. Schaubel holds the door shut. Nikita Klepov and Josh Glavin doing their best rugby impression to try and scrum that puck on through, but that would be it for the Spirit scoring in that second period, though they would try a couple of more times. Some great looks on the man advantage, the extra bump there from Klepov on what could have been a brilliant one-time opportunity. The puck's moving around a lot for Saginaw, and on the power play, a good thing. 14-8 the shots here in the second period. Intermission stats brought to you by Raymond. 22-18 in the game. 1 for 5 on the power play, though. That number might jump out at you, but as we bring it back up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth, Dylan Clark, Dennis DeRosier. DeRosier, again, when you look at where the Spirit started this game, down 2-0 early in the contest. Morale was low. You kind of get to look around like, again, all right, where's this thing going head? What direction are we
and
headed
it could have
for
went
right now?
either way depending on who gets that goal, the third goal. But the big goal right now is the go-ahead goal here in the third. That changes the complexion because now you got the clock involved. As time goes on, Kitchener's got to act quick because when it gets down to the 15-minute mark, 12, 10, they're starting to run out of time. They've got to open it up. That gives Saginaw more opportunity to score goals. And if they go up by 2, especially mid-late third period, pretty much party over. And then Kitchener will really have to take chances, and then the floodgates might open. So it's really important, that third goal, as to the tempo of the third period here. Now, Saginaw, they got to play smart, but don't go into a defensive shell, in my opinion. You get an opportunity, you go for it. But also have an eye to the back end because you don't want to give up that tying goal. So it's a little chess game going on right now.
Do you find that a younger team, maybe a little bit less experienced like Saginaw, they do sometimes have that tendency to kind of go back into the shell a little bit in that kind of situation?
Sometimes they tend to do that, but also sometimes they tend to maybe take a couple extra chances and allowing an offensive opportunity for the visiting team. But that's where the coaching staff comes in. They got to be in their ear every shift, every time they come on, every time they go onto the ice. They got to know exactly what their game is, what their role is, how long they want to stay, who they're looking after. All that stuff comes into play. This is a great part of the game for a coach because if you're in a 6-1 game and it's the third period like this, you're rolling the lines. Let's go, roll them over, But here, there's strategy involved. You want to make sure you know who's on the ice. You want them on the opposition. You want to know who's going on the ice for your team to watch. Whoever it happens to be, you want to watch on the other team. And it's got to be kind of done subtly. You just can't roll them out there and the guys go, I'm watching you tonight. It's got to be a little bit, not secret, but a little sly. So to me, this is a great part of the game. And it's a hell of a lot more fun when you're up 3-2 and then down 3-2. So let's see how it works out here.
Well, on the Ranger side of things, one of the lines that they're going to see a lot, Humphreys, Pridham, Anstis, they've had the majority of the chances here for Kitchener, and there are times when they break into the offensive zone, there doesn't look to be a lot of an answer for them. Those guys could be the upset back the other way.
Yeah. So the Saginaw line that plays against them, I'm not saying they got to shadow them, but they got to be very conscious of where they are at all times. So just we'll see how it plays out here. Very interesting time. I like this.
1-goal game going into the third period.
Great.
Never boring. 3-2. Saginaw's got the lead right now. Things could change. A lot of goal scoring options on either side of this hockey game right now. We'll take a quick break. Your final out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Coming up in a moment here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Disability Network Mid-Michigan promotes and encourages independence for all people with disabilities. Our vision is to create accessible and inclusive communities where everyone has opportunities to live the life they choose. Whether you're looking for a job, skills to become self-sufficient, trying to find the right assistive technology, or know someone who wants to move out of a nursing facility, we are here for you. Contact Disability Network Mid-Michigan today, the disability experts in your community.
Looking for an easier way to travel? Fly from MBS International Airport, conveniently located in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region. No long lines, simple to get around, and for the best deals, always book directly at mbsairport.org, with Delta and United providing access to wherever you want to fly. MBS is putting the world right outside your door.
Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. 1-1 between the North Bay Battalion and the Erie Otters. Dylan Edwards is 16th of the season. What a season he's having up in Erie right now. Kent Greer, his 6th of the year, has the Battalion even with the Otters going into the third period. 2-2 between Sarnia and Flint. They've gone back and forth. Ryland Cunningham and Chase Hall for the Firebirds. Beckham Edwards, 12th of the season, and Cameron O'Coin to tie things up. Alessandro Diorio, newly minted captain of those Sarnia Sting, picking up the assist on the game-tying goal. 3-1, Peterborough up on Brantford right now. Carson Cameron, Braden McCallum, Jerry DiConzolo, the 3 Peterborough goals. Nicholas Rossetto The lone tally for Brantford as they look to climb back into that hockey game. And then Niagara down 2-1 to the Barrie Colts as things currently stand. Ethan Zada, the lone Ice Dog goal. Emil Hemming and Joe Salandra have the 2 tallies for Barrie. Though they're outshot right now 24-11. They carry that lead into the third period. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. A 1-goal game here into the third period in Saginaw against the Kitchener Rangers. Final visit by the Rangers to this building this year. Saginaw looking for its first win of the season series. 20 minutes of hockey. Lots can happen in a 1-goal contest. We're back to start the third in a moment here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Too many people end up in the retirement penalty box, paying more in taxes, missing out on healthcare options, or skating without a plan. At McIntosh and Associates, we help keep your game sharp with clear, personalized retirement strategies. Let's build a plan that works in every period of life. Call 989-692-2200 or visit wealthmichigan.com. McIntosh and Associates. Retirement made clear.
At Dow, we believe performance starts long before the whistle blows. It begins in the lab, where science meets sport. From apparel to playing surfaces to gear, we create cutting-edge materials that help drive high performance from lab to stadium. Because in sports, just like in science, every second counts. And every material matters. Dow, at the intersection of sport and science. Learn more at dow.com/sports.
Prost Wine Bar and Charcuterie now has 2 buzzing locations to enjoy. Visit us in downtown Frankenmuth or in uptown Bay City. We offer a full bar, menu, and memorable atmosphere. Walk-ins are always welcome, and Bay City is now accepting reservations online at prostwinebar.com. Open 7 days a week. Make Prost Wine Bar in Frankenmuth or uptown Bay City your destination for great wine and even better times.
You're looking for a better price on a better car, so dare to be different. Get to Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw, the only Hyundai dealer in the Great Lakes Bay region. See why Hyundai is so much better. Garber's certified factory-trained technicians, knowledgeable parts staff, and dedicated sales team will keep you coming back to Garber Hyundai. You really do get it all at Garber. Dare to be different. Choose better at Garber Hyundai on Bay Road in Saginaw. Online, garberhyundai.com.
Hi, this is Joe, and this week on Generating Gratitude, the phrase in over your head. Have you ever been in a situation in life when you've been in over your head? Well, what did you do about it? We'll talk about it this week on Generating Gratitude.
Generating Gratitude, Saturday mornings at 7 and Sunday evenings at 5 on WSGW and online at WSGW.com. This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW, Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
A goal. Jensen Geldart has gotten them on the scoreboard with his first in the Ontario Hockey League, and of course Nikita Klepov, a power play goal, his team leading 17th of the season. But 2 goals from Jack Pridham started this hockey game out for the Kitchener Rangers. Saginaw outshot Kitchener 14-8 in the second period, but let's not forget just how on the ball the Rangers were. They scored less than 2 minutes into the game and take a lot of the home ice advantage out of the equation for Saginaw. It appears to be back. 20 minutes on the clock, third period, 1-goal hockey game on this Saturday night. And Jacob Cloutier. A few extra words for Cameron Arquette prior to the face-off. Puck's down, and here we go for the third. No carryover penalties or power plays. The puck back in behind the net of Jason Schaubel. Alex Bilecki there for some help as the puck springs back in front. Rangers trying to move north. Pass picked up in stride. Tanner Lamb, lots of speed. Does not shift back past Josh Glavin. This goes back into the corner. Romano taken out of the equation. A Lamb shot goes off a Ranger skate. Picked up by Cloutier. Snap back up to Brody Popoy. Down the wing he goes. Stops up. Popoy trying to buy some time. Flips it in the backhand there for Carson Harmer. Levi Harper's shot goes off a stick on its way through, up into the netting and out of play. 39 seconds gone in this third period. Gervais, Klepov, Barabanov back out. Again, this is the second to last night the Spirit will have to work without Dimas Yilkin. They're back in action on Wednesday against the Sioux Greyhounds. December the 17th, 7:05 puck drop, an ornament giveaway inside the house if you're one of the first 1,500 fans through the doors here at the Dow Event Center. Thanks to Bronner's for providing the ornaments for the giveaway. You might even walk away with a Spirit signed one. Those have been snuck into the mix. You'll just have to be one of the first 1,500 on Wednesday to find out. As a penalty upcoming. And Levi Harper touches the puck. Xander Valeris will go sit down on an interference call. And a gift of a start for the Rangers as that snaps a run of 3 straight power plays for the Spirit. Avery Anstis closed off by Valeris before he touched the puck. Third Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill here for the Spirit. Crossroads opportunity here for the Rangers. Again, 7th best power play in the OHL coming into tonight's game. Chromiak back for Humphreys, center point, near side. Here's Romano, creeps in, takes a shot. That's off the glove of Shurigan. Vermeulen back under, Pridham. Tried to sweep it around, James goes on him. There goes Josh Glavin too, it's off his skate. Up high, Humphreys, good move over. Chromiak creeps down low, bumper play. Vermeulen, stick check there by Sema, or James Go rather. Keeps that out of danger. Humphreys over. They'll slide to Chromiak, then back to Humphreys again. Near side Romano, back through the seam. Chromiak, a nice little bump down low. Pridham, and a good save made by Shurigan from a flat angle. Pridham's got it again. 2 goals in the hockey game. Creeps over into the circle. Doubles back. Up high. Cuts back against Gervais. Here comes Pridham. Towards the net. Down to the goal line. Looking back in front. Couple of hits there out of midair from Vermeulen. And Josh Glavin takes a stick up high. Play continues. Glavin's got to get back to his normal spot. Sema fires things up and out. Glavin's got a couple of words on his way back to the bench. 55 seconds left on the Valeris penalty. Chromiak drops it back for Lamb. Rangers move back in. 45 on the power play. Looking to tie things up early in the third period. As this is Weston Cameron in front. The one-time chance for Bilecki. A good save made by Shurigan. The rebound held in. Chromiak has to chase things down. James Go gets it up and clears things out of danger here for the Spirit. Luce's got Lamb on his hip pocket. Luce spun back around. Off some skates. That nearly came back in front for Carson Harmer. Short-handed chance here. He gets twisted back around. Here comes Lamb. Rangers have the speed on the counterattack. McNeil catches up to this puck. He blows a tire. Into the boards he goes. Puck is kept alive there by Weston Cameron, though. Glavin tried to clear it back out. This is Bilecki. Knocked down by Carson Harmer back out to center. 2 seconds in 1. Valeris out of the box. Bilecki back in for Lamb. Bilecki off a skate. Glavin up high. Can't turn around and get that out of danger. Lamb on the boards. Back for Glavin. Turns towards the middle. Pass picked up by Nikita Klepov. Hesitates. Finds Barabanov. Can he settle the puck down? Bad angle shot. A good save made by Schabel. It's the rebound out of danger too. Not a lot of time for Barabanov to let that puck go. Nearly had a chance back in front on that feed from Gervais. Bilecki for Lamb. Cross ice. Gloved down by Levi Harper. Rangers all over him. This is Evan Hedrick. Cross ice on the backhand. Long shot. Left pad saved by Shurigan. Like Carson Campbell headed towards the net. Jack LaBrash fans on that puck before he can get a shot off. Gervais around for Levi Harper. Leads the charge back up with Igor Barabanov. Here comes Harper. Now for Klepov. Right towards the net. Handcuffed there by Lachar. Puck is knocked down and Lachar leads the Ranger counterattack. Back and forth we go here to start the third period. 2-on-2 in the corner. Jack LaBrash. And now this is Carson Campbell. Can't be held in by Jacob Zhu. Fresh bodies for the Spirit. Nobody gets off for the Rangers. This is ramped back in and out of play. 15:46 to go, third period. Stays a 3-2 hockey game. Face-off to come up in the neutral zone here. And I think a little closer to what you said, Dennis, in the second intermission. Rangers, they found the extra gear here to start the third period. There's a sense of urgency.
Saginaw's got to withstand it. That's when the old clock starts coming into play as it's ticking down.
Back in behind the Saginaw net, James Go. Pass for Jensen Geldart. Back up to Josh Glavin now. He leads the charge in. Drops it off. Storch. Lots of room. Throws it over. Sema shoots and he put it off the iron.
Good play.
15:26 to go in the third. Great work there as Glavin's the net driver. Takes the Ranger defenseman with him. That gives Liam Storch all kinds of time and space. Glavin takes, I believe, McNeil right out of the equation. So Storch can find Sema. Had the right idea as Schabel had the bottom part of the net taken away. Right off the crossbar. They come that close. As Kluche, Harmer, and Popoy are back on. Some extra instruction prior to this face-off. Harmer and Humphreys looking at each other now. The puck fired down onto the ice. One back by the Spirits. Xander Valeris, a shot well wide. Harper races over, keeps the play alive. Brody Popoy back in. Too far for Jacob Kluche. Off the near wall it comes. Kluche tries to battle it out. Harmer is there. Spiked off a leg. Pridham has Popoy on him. Levi Harper trying to catch everybody sleeping. Firing that one towards the net. Off the outside of the goal, Avery Anstis leads the Ranger counterattack. Taps it back in. Xander Valeris there for Levi Harper. Spirit could have numbers. Pass behind Kluche. Trying to make short work of it. Chromiak right there. Avery Anstis on to the skate of Harmer. Then it's Jones at center. Harper into the offensive end. Cuts back, snaps a shot wide. Good rebound off the wall. Skated into by Gervais. Cut off by Chromiak. This is Anstis again. Back the other way for Kitchener. Fumble on that puck. Jones has it. There's a lane right in front of him. He'll skate into it. Jones the drop off to Gervais. Punch back down low. Chromiak read that well. Nice little move behind the back for Jakob Chromiak. Rangers see this puck back out at center. A little bounce off the linesman. Is that friendly for Blake Barnes? Rangers are offside as Lachar touches things up. 14:03 here in the third period. Braden Jones trying to skate into that lane. 10 points in 30 games here in his sophomore OHL season. One of a lot of players to spend some time with the Chatham Maroons, Saginaw's GOHL affiliate. Again, 4 players named to the GOHL top prospects game in the Saginaw system. Jensen Geldart, one of them. Caden Sienko down in Chatham as well. As this puck's going to come back out to center. A little delayed on the offside here. Brody Najum and Max Wildfong, who plays with Stratford. As the Spirit trying to finish up a line change here. Uri Rauja puts this puck back in. Jacob Zhu back in front of the Ranger goal again. Gervais pursues. Took a skate out of Campbell. A penalty's upcoming. To the bench goes Schabel. To the power play go the Rangers. 13:21 here, third period. Another good opportunity here for Kitchener. Down by 1, man advantage upcoming. Back after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Contact State Farm agent Kathy Taffel to create your personal price plan today.
Hi, this is Nick Sema, and you're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM, WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. A tripping call to Sebastian Gervais. Has the Spirit to their 4th Stormmaster Exteriors penalty kill. As the skates get tangled up a little bit. And the Rangers get a chance to go back to work here in the offensive end. Humphreys keeps things alive. Kitchener 0 for 3 on the power play so far in this game. Humphreys Back over to Chromiak, on through. Romano for Humphreys. In the traffic tip there to save by Shurgin. Look behind him, stretches out with the right pad and keeps the puck out. Oh, fantastic sequence from Shurgin. The danger's not done yet. Chromiak for Pridham underneath. Josh Glavin. Taken away by Harmer, knocked out to center. Humphreys on it just inside the Ranger blue line. Chromiak again. Romano over to Humphreys. Then down the left side, Vermeulen put back in front. Another redirection chance there, and a save made by Shurgin. Up the near side wall. This is Chromiak halfway through the Ranger power play. Humphreys for Chromiak. Humphreys again, read by Harmer. He was off balance. Chopped at the leg of Humphreys there. No call coming.
Good play.
Chromiak. Back up through center again. Humphreys. Right up the middle. Stops up. Moves to Pridham. Walks in. That's off Josh Glavin. Chromiak. Center point Humphreys. Kicked over again. Romano. Right circle. Delays. That one's blocked by Glavin. Humphreys again. Up top. Point drive there by Pridham into the glass. Chromiak. 26 on the power play. Drifts back. Snaps it up high. Humphreys. Just inside the line. A little saucer pass for Romano. Sema tries to cut him off. Cross ice. This is Chromiak. Left circle. Down to the goal line. Pridham can't drag it in front. Josh Glavin knocks him aside. Chromiak keeps it alive. Humphreys again. 3 up high for the Rangers. Romano into the circle. Down low. Turnaround chance. Save made by Shurgin. Rebound. They score. Guess who? Third of the game. Jack Pridham. And we're tied at 3. Stops a rush of 3 unanswered goals for the Saginaw Spirit. 1 second left on the penalty clock. The Rangers cash in for their first power play goal of the game. And after some phenomenal saves, the Rangers get step on Shurgin moving side to side. He's able to shut down the opportunity in front off the stick of Vermeulen. Body's in the way. Puck kicks out. Power play goal. 17th goal of the season for Pridham. And it's a new game yet again. Back and behind the Spirit net. This is Xander Valeris. Off a skate. Swept towards the net. That's a blocker save by Shurgin. Up and out of play. 11-10 here in this third period. Nearly to the end of that power play opportunity. But the Spirit can't survive it. Face off to come in the defensive zone, and it's Barabanov to take it. Off the D-zone draw, one face-off not enough. Evan Hedrick against Barabanov again. Tanner Lamb now. We'll see who gets the assists on the Pridham goal. Vermeulen one for sure. Klapov back up through center ice. Fired that one in off the Ranger glass. The Ranger bench. We'll see where that faceoff comes here in the neutral zone. Inside 11 to go in the third. So a brand new game here in this third period. 7-1. The Rangers out shooting Saginaw here in the final frame to this point. We're nearly halfway through it. Sebastian Gervais to take this face-off while Lachar and Klepov are pushed back from the face-off dot. Justin Cornell lets him know he's not going to drop this puck until they move off. And more between Barabanov and Anstis. We'll see if this brings up a penalty. Cornell not thrilled right now. Now we get the drop. Gervais shovels it back. Barnes for Jones. Laid back in. Campbell hit by Barabanov. Jacob Jou there as well. 3 against 3. That small area in the corner. Rangers pull this one out. Anstis gets around the pinching Graydon Jones. Now a 2-on-1. Maybe if they get that chance in front. Anstis sweeps it in front. That one does not get off the goal stick or the pad of Shurgin. was blocked by Klepov. Zhu from the point. That one gets through. Shurigan makes that stop. No doubt about that one as Anstis has this on the back apron of the net. Pulled back out here by Lachar. Backhanded in. Nobody knows where that puck is, at least not the two players closest to it, Anstis and Barnes. Into the skates of the official. Barnes ducks out of the way of a check. This is Barabanov. Glove down by Campbell, kept alive, just pushed over the crossbar on that chance. Gervais now. Down in the trapezoid, held off. Rangers go back to work here. Inside 10 to go in regulation. Blake Barnes lost his stick. Vermeulen throws the hit. Barabanov has to come down because Barnes doesn't have his stick. This one chipped out by Gervais. Doesn't realize it's back between his skates, and now it's picked up by Jones. Rangers will try to sneak some bodies off. Barnes has his stick. Goes back to the Spirit bench. 9.5 to go in the third. Braden Jones gives it to Josh Glavin. The line change complete as James Go steps on. Liam Storch swings back in deep. He's had some good shifts here for the Spirit tonight. Here comes Storch again. Shifting on through. Storch down to the Ranger goal line. A rising shot. Goes high and out the other direction. Arquette shifts cross ice here for Kitchener. Back in behind the goaltender, Shurigan again. Geldart off the wall. Bouncer held in by Jakub Kromiak. Between the dots, gives over. One-timer off the outside of the net. Lamb put back down low, looking for Kromiak. Arquette has it here. Geldart turned around. Lamb, stick lift by Go. He's without a stick now. Picked up by Romano. Down low, look out. Chance in front. Great save by Shurigan as he robs Alex Pilecki. Back behind the net, the Rangers go back to work. Up high for Kromiak. Storch tries to force him out. Long shot. Gets through traffic, and a save made by the Spirit goaltender. 8:35 here in period 3. He's kept it even.
That was the save of the game, mister. That was a great save. Timely.
Step on Shurigan. 25th stop of the night. You can see from the edge of your screen, Alex Pilecki just creeping down from the left point. Everybody, or well, maybe not everybody knew he was there, but the man that got him the puck knew. Pilecki able to get that chance off on Stepan Shurigan. Off the faceoff, Pridham back. Diricolo, point drive, and another save by Shurigan. Puck cleared back out to center. Brody Papoy can't get to it before Pridham. Papoy still in pursuit. Jack Pridham, all 3 Ranger goals here in this hockey game tonight. Kluche, the steal. Papoy, the shot. That goes wide. Valaris sweeps it back down. Pinball's in behind the net. Diricolo chipped it up the ledge there for the Rangers. Kept alive by Harmer and sent back deep. McNeil. Stolen again here by Brody Papoy. Backhanded around. Kluche on it. Stops up. Diricolo puts him into the boards. This is back up. Ripped back in by Kitchener's Christian Humphreys. Kluche. End of his shift. Kromiak steps into him. Gets the puck there for Carson Harmer. Realizes he's got some time. Why not skate it into the offensive zone? The drop off for Papoy with Harper breaking. Shoots and scores himself. Brody Papoy again. Spirit back in front. Jacob Kluche singing his praises during the intermission. They call themselves the Weasel line. I guess you got to stick with it if you're going to score goals like that. 5th of the season. 4 goals now in his last 6 hockey games. Brody Papoy had the option of Harper, but he snaps it right through the body of Jason Schabel. And he's got the Spirit back in the driver's seat here. 7.5 to go. Back in behind the net of Stepan Shurigan. Sebastian Gervais back up through center. We'll try to give you a look at that replay as soon as we can. James Go back in the Spirit end. Stepan Shurigan, a little bit of contact there with Lachar. Now a chance, Klepov. 2-on-1 with Gervais. Nikita Klepov puts it in front there. Nicely knocked away by Alexander Pilecki. Klepov crashes into the boards. This is Gervais. Back around, Harper. Gervais again. Lets it go. Klepov unties himself from Bilecki. Valeris kept that puck alive. Takes the hit from Avery Anstis. Back underneath. Barabanov. There with Chromiak. And that's not moving very far. Harmer and Kluche pick up the assists on the Popoy goal. Chromiak hauled down. Play continues. Xander Valeris keeps this puck alive. Turns it there. A long shot off the stick of the glove, rather, of Schabel. Back out of the corner again. This is Andrew Vermeulen. Kept alive here by Valeris. Backhanded well up into the air and off the boards for Sebastian Gervais. Barabanov taken down. Anstis kept alive by Valeris a third time. Klepov still with this puck. Into the circle. Snaps a shot off some bodies, located by the glove of Schabel. And an extra poke there. 5:56 here in the third period. Some tired Rangers. They'll get a break. 4-3. Saginaw off the Popoy goal. We're back to close out the third period after this here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Garber Ford is proud to serve Bay City with the same customer service the Great Lakes Bay region has come to expect since 1907. Our Ford team of experts you know and trust are dedicated to making your experience even better. And your vehicle is serviced by factory-trained technicians with the highest standards. We have everything you need, even tires. Get it all at Garber Ford. Come see us in Bay City at the intersection of Euclid, Wilder, and Better. Online at GarberFordBayCity.com.
Your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey is WSGW.
Back inside the Dow Event Center. 4-3 lead. Courtesy of the goal from Brody Popoy. As he sits across from Jacob Zhu right now. That line goes back to work with Carson Harmer and Jacob Kluche. 6 points in his last 6 hockey games now as James Go sees that puck over the back edge of the line. So the face-off to come back out in the neutral zone. Inside 6 to go here in regulation. 3 unanswered goals by the Spirit in the tail end of the first and into the second after being down 2-0. Up and down emotions here in this hockey game. There's more trouble again prior to the face-off. As the wingers want to get a little closer to the face-off dot than the linesmen are comfortable with. We'll drop this puck here. James Go, nearly stolen by Jacob Zhu. Good work by Go, down on the ice. Maybe even one hand on the stick as he keeps that puck out of a dangerous area. Campbell heads up. Right into the Spirit bench. 5:37 to go in the third. Everybody looks at one another on the Saginaw bench. They're all right. I think it split the difference in between Severio Poza and Chris Lazary. 5:37 here in the third. Everybody's in one piece. And the face-off right where it was just a moment ago. Right in front of the Ranger bench. Romano and Harper. Harmer, rather. That'll probably get us throughout the rest of the season as Carson Harmer flips this up to the air. Levi Harper on the Spirit bench for the moment. Arquette fires it back in. James Go. Gets the Spirit out of a jam. Finds Carson Harmer off the wall. Popoy trying to skate after it. Campbell gets to that puck first. Puck off the glass. Arquette. Stick lift there by Kluche. Stick wasn't available for him. Good kick there. Just poked in by Carson Harmer, and that'll avoid the icing on the Spirit side of things. Nick Sema leads the third line back out with Jensen Geldart and Liam Storch. Time ticking away here for the Rangers. Jack Pridham. All 3 Kitchener goals here in this hockey game. McNeil strides back out. This is Humphreys. Turned back in. There is Pridham. For Liam Storch. Knocks that off the board. Storch can't get it out of the zone. Humphreys comes over. McNeil. Hit by Levi Harper. This is Valeris off the skate of Chromiak. Finally Humphreys again. Rangers can't hold it in. Backhanded into the Saginaw zone. Valeris has to get the read against Anstis. Jakob Kromiak battles for it there with Liam Storch. Jensen Geldart. Back for Valeris. Can't clear. Look out. Turned over. Humphreys over. Chance in the circle. Left pad save by Shurigan. The danger not done. High in the zone. Storch gets it out. Seema's on his horse. An opportunity the other way. Nick Seema towards the net. Glove save by Schaubel. And he keeps it going. Kromiak thought better in the counterattack. Inside 4 minutes here. Great save by Shurigan at one. Jason Schaubel at the other. Gervais a steal now. Out of the corner. Barabanov tries to steal that puck away from Kromiak. Barabanov hauls a man down. Gervais does the same. Now here's Kromiak. Back up through center. Picked up by Josh Glavin. Spear may have gotten away with a couple there. This is go. Works out the far side. Klepov can't get the touch on it. No icing here. Gervais raced his way in. Now Barabanov. And the Spirit content to see some time just tick off the clock in the offensive zone. James Go gloves it down. Barabanov again. Klepov. One-time shot. That one off Lachar. Spurs the Ranger. Rush the other way, but good work by Klepov. Not so fast. He twists his way into the zone. Klepov to Barabanov. Turning back around again. Barabanov, high slot. Fakes the shot. Gets that one off. It's blocked. Rebound chance. Still dancing right on top of the paint. Schaubel may have made a stop there on Gervais. But the puck up high for Levi Harper. Now Valeris again. Cross ice pass. That one looking for Klepov. Lachar broke that pass up and out of play it goes. 2:33 here in the third. And where will we drop this puck? Will we see a timeout here? 2.5 left in regulation. There's that most recent opportunity by Barabanov. Gervais right there. Not sure if he gets a backhand chance away. And then Diricolo and Barabanov lock up. Oh, Gervais, last second. Not able to make contact with that puck. Great look at the overhead there. 2.5 left in regulation. Spear trying to hang on to their 1-goal lead. Courtesy of Brody Popoy. Down on an icing against the Rangers. 2:25 left. And that line will stay out for Chris Lazary. Carson Harmer against Luca Romano here. Harmer wins it back. Xander Valeris just inside the line. Rung that one off the goalpost. Brody Popoy can't steal this puck. It's 2 goalposts here in the last little while. One from Valeris, the other from Seema. Romano knocks this puck down. Lamb tries to knock it past Valeris. Look out, a steal. Romano backhands it in front. They score. Tanner Lamb evens the game. 2:03 left in the third period. It's a 4-4 contest.
Broken play.
So the Rangers don't have to worry about pulling Jason Schaubel. Trouble there. Romano puts it in front. Valeris unable to tie up the stick of Tanner Lamb. And no chance for Stepan Shurigan. And it's only fitting, the guy that we talked about with 5 points in 2 games against the Spirit coming into this game. Did not have any points in this contest. Well, he just scored a pretty big one right there. Barabanov. They look to get it back. Jacob Zhu in the Rangers' end. A game that's gotten wildly entertaining as time has gone on. Carson Campbell back behind the Ranger net again. Klepov in pursuit. Klepov probably feels like he's owed one at this point in the game. One goal already, but probably could have had 2 or 3. James Go up the boards looking for Gervais. Cut off by Campbell. Down to the ice they go. Barabanov back in. Slides it across. Kluching hangs on to this puck. Tries to turn down the boards. He gets sat down. Campbell tries to fire this one cross ice. Kluching and Romano were tied up behind the plate. This puck just rolls back in behind the net of Shurigan. Nearly given away there to Lamb. Final 60 seconds here of regulation. This is knocked down by Cloutier at center. Off the stick of Romano. Papoy tries to get after it. McNeil gets to it first. This is Lamb again. Had the equalizer. Coughed that puck up at center. Turned back in by Carson Harmer. Chromiak for McNeil. Outlet pass can't be handled by Romano. Harper shovels it up and ahead. Too far for Jacob Cloutier. Chromiak again with 30 to go. Carson Harmer steps into him. The puck bounces back out at center. Xander Valeris on it here with 20. Outlet pass. Carson Harmer on the backhand. Cloutier fires it around. Jason Schabel out to cut things off and move it there to Chromiak. Up in the air through center, and I believe that goes off the video board. 9.4 left in the third period before any extra hockey takes place. One more face-off. And the linesman standing in the circle to the left of Jason Schabel. So Barabanov, Gervais, Klepov sent out by Chris Lazary. More instruction prior to this face-off. Here we go. One back. Klepov takes the shot. Knocked down on its way through. Gervais battles for it and turns that one wide on the stick side. Glavin with 3. Back down low it goes. And we need overtime here on this Saturday night. Tanner Lamb, the goal with 2 and some change. Luca Romano picks up the assist. And they've secured a point for both hockey teams here after 60 minutes. 4-4. We go to overtime. Back in a minute here on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
In hockey, every play counts, and retirement's no different. At McIntosh and Associates, we're your financial line mates, helping you skate through the tough stuff. Taxes, healthcare, income planning, and more. You bring the goals. We'll help set up the assist. Schedule your visit at wealthmichigan.com or call 989-692-2200. Retirement made clear with a team that plays to win.
Recognize that sound? That's your heart racing when law enforcement catches you for drunk driving. Truth is, it's happening more and more these days. Cops are cracking down all across America. If you drive drunk, it's more likely than ever you will get caught and you will be arrested. So don't take any chances. If you're drunk, do not get behind the wheel. And maybe you could avoid feeling like this. Drunk driving, over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
Your region, your team. You're listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW.
The Spirit in overtimes this year, 1-3. The Rangers, 2-3. Kitchener fell in overtime to the Sioux Greyhounds just a couple of nights ago on December the 10th rather. Saginaw's not been involved in an overtime game since November the 16th. It ended up being a shootout loss to North Bay. An extra point on the line here tonight. Spirit looked to snap a 4-game skid. Barabanov is out with Klepov and James Go. Romano, Pridham, and Chromiak for the Rangers. He's got Kitchener's last OT winner. And he's got the puck back in his own end right now. Jack Pridham. 3 goals in the game. The drop pass picked up by Romano. Into the zone with speed. Drops it back. Here's Pridham. Cuts back, has room, but lost the puck. Keeps it inside the zone. Pridham moving down. Drop off for Romano. Doesn't connect, and neither does the tap back to the top of the zone. James Go will stay on. The 2 forwards for Saginaw change. Sema and Gervais come out. Romano bumped there by Gervais. Seals him off in the offensive end and kicks it down low for Nick Sema. Campbell puts Sema into the wall. Gervais comes over. Pulls it out. Sema battles there with Campbell. Sema looking for an option out of the corner. Doesn't have one. Now it's Gervais again. Up high. James Go has to track back into the neutral zone. Go's been out for over a minute here in overtime. Gave it away. Romano back for Campbell. The Rangers are in. Down low shot. Great save by Shurigan. The rebound to the corner. Pridham put back in front. And the Rangers send it back out into their own end. Nearly a disastrous giveaway there. Go's got to stay out here. Carson Campbell from the Rangers' end. Humphreys back up through neutral ice. Over the offensive blue line, stops up. Humphreys, no drop pass at the top of the zone. Back out to center ice he goes. Jacob Jules gives it there to Humphreys. Speed down the wing, enters the zone with Lamb. Drives out wide on Jacob Cloutier. Pass behind his back. Humphreys, will he stay in the zone? Dishes it there to Tanner Lamb, who tied the game at 4. Off the backside of the goal. James Go. Been out here for all of overtime still. Needs a pass up through the middle. Finds Carson Harmer. He doubles back to make sure that, or at least maybe to make sure that James Go can get off the ice. There he goes. Levi Harper's on. Rangers will slide Lamb off as well. Here comes Klepov. Forced wide by Pridham. Lost the puck. Rangers pump it back in. It'll be an icing here in overtime. Not too often seen. No. 2:31 here in the final frame, or the extra frame. Big save by Stepan Shurigan earlier in OT after what could have been a costly giveaway. The Rangers 2 chances, though, not long before that, where they send the puck back out the other direction. And the rebound off the skate of Sebastian Gervais there. Rangers win the D-zone draw here in overtime. Chromiak there for Pridham. Rangers will hit the line with numbers here. Pridham cuts wide there on Levi Harper. Put it into the skates of Klepov. Chromiak has to chase down in his own end again. Nobody goes for the bench. Chromiak there for Romano. Up into the zone himself. Romano trying to split Gervais. Harper takes it away. Rangers get it back. Look out, all alone. Pridham for the win. Save again by Shurigan with the pad. Klepov's on it. Back the other way they come. Klepov's gassed right now. Cuts back into the zone himself. Fresh from the bench, Barabanov. Turns around in the left circle. Up high for Levi Harper. Barabanov as Klepov sneaks off. Brody Popoy on the ice. Barabanov drops it back for it. Popoy shoots. Save made by Schabel. Rebound back the other way. Pridham saucers this one back up for Chromiak and slides that one back there for Romano. Campbell back up for Humphreys. Has the lane here on Levi Harper. Stops in the circle. Delays. Moves up high. Takes the shot blocked by Harper. It comes back out to neutral ice. Near side, it's picked up by Tanner Lamb. Shifts to the net. Lamb on Barabanov. Another save made by Shurigan. Brody Popoy scoops up this puck. On it through center. Will he try to slide off here? Popoy walks off the wall. James Go tries to put the body in the way. Popoy doubles back. He needs a change. He'll go get it. Barabanov on this puck. 35 in overtime. Barabanov for Jacob Cloutier. What does he have left here? Cloutier into the zone. Out to the boards, then back again. Cloutier in front looking for Go. Drops it back some more. Go just inside the line. Off the boards for Cloutier. Dying moments of overtime here. Cloutier back outside. They'll try the re-entry. Cloutier again. James Go in the circle. Snaps a shot. Saved by Schabel. Campbell's on it with 5. Does he have the speed to get into the offensive zone? One more shot. That's blocked by Jacob Cloutier. He doesn't like that. Cloutier and Campbell in a wrestling match to end OT. That doesn't solve anything. Well, for Chris Lazary, does that change your shootout lineup? Would Cloutier have been one of those guys? The Rangers will head to their first shootout of the season. Jacob Cloutier will try to shake that boot off. Saginaw 1-3 in the shootout this year. Again, we talked about the shootout loss to North Bay on November the 16th. Shootout loss at Windsor on the 26th. Stepan Shurigan and Jason Schaubel have put on quite the show in this hockey game. They'll need to do it a few more times here. As Chris Lasry and UC Ahokas will submit their rosters for the shootout here. I mean, you've got pick your poison. We'll probably see Jack Pridham out first for the Rangers. And what a chance he had there in overtime to win the game. And that would have been the ultimate feather in the cap to end things. But
that's the one guy you don't want to get the chance.
well, you know what? He can still end up being the hero here for Kitchener.
Yeah, but I meant in the dying moments, you don't want him. Oh, boy.
And there is that left pad save by Stepan Shurigan.
Shurigan made a great save there.
And over the boards comes Tanner Lamb to take the first shot. Scored the equalizer. Got us to overtime, and an exciting one at that. Nine goals on the season now for Tanner Lamb. Weaves his way in on Stepan Shurigan. Scores through the 5-hole. A sneaky release. The Rangers take the advantage. Chris Lasry sends out Igor Barabanov. 2 assists in this hockey game. Out to the right, keeps things fast. Barabanov lost the puck for a second, shoots and scores up over the glove. And the Spirit even it up.
Nice goal.
A little hiccup there on the stick handle in, but Barabanov able to recover nicely. Christian Humphreys for Kitchener. A right shot again. Slows way down and scores on the glove hand side. So over the boards comes Nikita Klepov. Could have had a handful in this game. Needs one here in the shootout. 17 on the season. Klepov likes to take things a little slower than Barabanov does. Slower than most. Klepov still to the net. Scores! Off the goal post and in.
I thought he was going backwards for a second. Great goal, though.
And so Jack Pridham. You knew you'd see him. Can he keep the Rangers perfect here in the shootout? In regulation. Pridham goes for speed. Send it wide. Not sure if Shurigan got a piece.
Here we go, boys.
Who hops the boards? Brody Papoy. Why not? For the past couple of games that he's had, got the go-ahead goal for the Spirit in the third. He gets his first shootout attempt here. Papoy wide to the middle. Sent it high as well. So to extras we go. And Luca Romano will look to take the next opportunity here for the Rangers. 1 assist in regulation. All right shots here for the Rangers. Romano, blocker save there. Kicked out by Shurigan. So now Sebastian Gervais will hop. The overager here for the Spirit. What does he have in the toolbox? Sebastian Gervais. Stopped again there by Jason Schaubel.
Saved by Jason Schaubel.
Evan Hedrick now for the Rangers. Their first round pick in 2020, or it's Arquette rather, and he's going to score. Well, there you go. Cameron Arquette fools a couple of people. Goes up over the blocker as Shurigan puts the Rangers ahead. And Jacob Kluche. Pressure's on now to keep things going. Kluche with speed out to the right side. Kluche to the net. Delays, goes back and lost the handle. Schaubel's got a couple of things to say. That's it for this one. And a whole lot of blue shirts are going to come after Jacob Kluche. They're going to have to wrestle him back down to the Spirit dressing room. That's it for this one. The Rangers hang on. Cameron Arquette's going to pick up the game winner in the shootout. And the Spirit do snag a point. But the Rangers back in the win column. 5-4 the final score from this one. We'll take a break. Applebee's 3 stars of the game. Road ahead here for the Spirit. Coming up after this on your home for Saginaw Spirit Hockey.
Sassy! Sassy!
This week's episode, Bobcat in the Cave.
Gosh, Johnny, playing in the cave sure is neat. Oh boy, a kitty cat. Sassy, the kitty cat's yelling. What, Sassy? It's not a kitty, it's a bobcat? Speaking of cats, you like to stress the importance of adopting cats from animal shelters? Over 5 million cats go into animal shelters every year? And with millions of healthy cats to choose from, it's a shame more people don't adopt from shelters? This bobcat's heavy. Help, Sassy! Why bother? We'll just get into more trouble tomorrow? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nuts.
Sassy is brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org. Remember, adopt.
The WSGW online poll for you.
Receiving Christmas gifts. There have been a few surveys asking about receiving gift cards as Christmas gifts. Results seem to indicate most people like them. For that matter, several surveys indicated people like to give gift cards as gifts as well as receive them, since everyone understands how it can help the overall shopping experience. Some comments referencing receiving gift cards, the convenience of using gift cards to get what you really want. They're just like cash, which is always a good gift. And even if it's a card you may never use, you can easily gift it to someone else. For our poll purposes, just ahead of Christmas, we expand beyond receiving just gift cards as gifts. The WSGW online poll for you. What is the type of Christmas gift you would most like to receive? Would it be cash? Would it be a gift card? Would it be a purchased gift? Or would it be a homemade gift? Head to WSGW.com, scroll down the homepage, and gift us with your vote in the online poll box.
This is Saginaw Spirit Hockey on 100.5 FM WSGW. Carlton, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
Jack Pridham got things started this start in the third as we take a look back at the highlights for the last time tonight. Pridham, after some great chances in front of Stepan Shurigan, he's able to shovel things home to complete the hat trick. That would equal things back at 3 for the Rangers. Their one power play goal in the contest. Saginaw gets back the other direction after a near giveaway, and Tanner Lamb does end up putting things home. That ends up being another equalizer in there as well. And the Rangers, some more chances here as we see overtime go back and forth. But in the shootout is where things would go. And the overtime opportunities for Jack Pridham would not end there. Had a chance for his 4th of the season. Back and forth, there were 4 goals in the shootout before this one. Cameron Arquette goes high on the blocker side of Stepan Shurigan. And that ends up being the shootout winner as Jason Schabel is able to stop Jacob Cloutier on his final opportunity. And there's a little bit of a dust-up and a mix-up after the fact. Some words between Schabel and Cloutier, and a little poke, a little chop. They'll be separated after the fact. And that's it for this one. 5-4 the final score as we take a look at your final stats brought to you by Raymond. The shots 16-7 between the third and overtime for these two teams. 34-29 in the game in total. Bring it back one more time up inside the Town Place Suites by Marriott broadcast booth. Dylan Clark, Dennis DeRosier, and Rosie again for the Spirit to come back and battle in that one. They secure a point out of it.
Yeah.
Better than the alternative, but still, it's a sour taste in the mouth.
It is. It's a good point, but nonetheless, in my opinion, I thought they deserved more than that. They played very well.
A really strong game. Brody Papoy had, again, building on his best game of the season in London last night. He was a dominant force for Saginaw.
No, he played really well, and very entertaining game. I thought, even though they were 5-4, I thought both goaltenders came up big when they had to. So all in all, an entertaining game. Don't like the loss, but still get the point. So, let's look at the positives.
2 more home games here for Saginaw before the holiday. But before we get into that, take a look at your 3 stars of the games. 3 stars of the game brought to you by Applebee's.
Yeah, we got Jack Pridham, of course, 3 goals. Pretty hard not to be first star. Cameron Arquette, 2nd star, game-winning goal, and that's deserved. And Jensen Gelhardt, his first OHL goal, good for the kid.
Came at a good time, too. Got
Yeah.
the Spirit back into it, down 2-0. Jensen Gelhardt, first in the Ontario Hockey League, first of many here. Your Applebee's 3 stars of tonight's game. Take a look at the road ahead here for the Spirit, brought to you by Applied Innovation. 2 more at home before the holiday break. Wednesday, December the 17th against the Sioux Greyhounds, 7:05 puck drop. It'll be another 989 Connect night. And the ornament giveaway presented by Bronner's first 1,500 fans through the building and into the Jolt Celebration Club will receive an ornament, and it could even be signed by one of your favorite Spirit players. And then Teddy Bear Toss night to close out the pre-break slate of games. Saturday, December the 20th, as the Spirit take on the Oshawa Generals. 7:05 puck drop. GFL, of course, on board for that one again. The Spirit take to the road when they're back after the holidays, a Sunday afternoon, up in the Sioux. Your Applied Innovation look ahead. Final score of tonight's game, a 5-4 shootout victory for the Kitchener Rangers. Andy Harrington's been our producer tonight. For all the folks in the production room, thanks to Dennis DeRose. My name's Dylan Clark. Good night, Saginaw. We'll talk to you on Wednesday.
You've been listening to Saginaw Spirit Hockey on WSGW. Spirit Hockey is brought to you in part by Garber Automotive Group, Saginaw Valley State University, Dow, Frankenmuth Insurance, Saginaw Bay Underwriters, NetSource One, Delta College, Corning, Go Great Lakes Bay, Herman Hisson Company, Frankenmuth Convention and Visitors Bureau, DML Property Management, My Michigan Health, Independent Bank, Buffalo Wild Wings, Stormmaster Exteriors, IBEW Local 557, Michigan Sugar Company, Jets Pizza, Raymond, the Great Lakes Loons, Applebee's, Stanley Steamer, your local State Farm agents, and Meyer. All season long, the Spirit play on WSGW 100.5 FM and online WSGW.com. We now return to regular programming on WSGW.